Hello, hello, everybody. All right, okay, we're live now. Let's just make sure I had something set there, but we are good to go. We're gonna watch some qualifying. We don't normally watch qualifying, but we are tonight. Obviously new build, trying to see what these guys are doing with the. I don't think anyone has like an actual qualifying set made, so probably.
I don't think anybody has a setup made.
Probably
I
might be
didn't even
seeing
think iRacing.
some other track setup here. What if you had to use another track setup? Which one would you use?
Oh, I have to go with Vegas.
Vegas, yeah.
You know, the problem is the track surface. It's cement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, concrete.
So, yeah, concrete and so yeah. I mean, that's yeah. I don't know where I would begin. I would probably beg and plead anybody else who is better than me to get a setup for me. And, I would ask for advice. I really have no clue what I would want for a track. It's just everybody's going into this one blind.
Yeah, they are.
But taking a look at the first initial times coming across, Nick Vasquez on the pole by about 1/10 currently. Corey Mott, P2. I actually Deitch just knocked Mott into P3, so Michael Deitch will be starting P2. Never mind.
Oh, Carlisle.
Carlisle just moved Deitch out of P2, and we'll see if he can hold that. Still have Cobra running his qualifying laps here.
Oh, the guy. Yep. Yeah, that's Thomas's nickname because we all have trouble pronouncing it. So he has been.
It's not Cobra. It's Cobar Rubia, but when I glance at it, I see Cobra. So he's Cobra.
He's Cobra now.
Yeah.
Whether he likes it or not.
And
Tyler likes TK, so
Cobra goes into third position, knocks Deitch out of the podium, so he'll be starting one spot behind the leader on the inside row. Bellinger, who did not have a good qualifying last night, I assume he didn't have a good qualifying. He was way in the back, but you know he's always fast. We'll see if he can put down some better times tonight.
Now, this is going to be kind of cheating because we know what the qualifying laps are, but that didn't sound very good. If we were to pick drivers, it would be a tough night tonight because we're seeing a couple of drivers that we didn't see last night. Mason Hoffner is here tonight. I see
Cal Hoff.
Cal Hoff is another one, wasn't here last night.
Ray Gill wasn't here last night.
That's right, Ray Gill. Let's keep an eye on that 67 tonight, Salmon, because he was really fast last night. Should I throw a curveball and go join up?
No.
If you want. We'll miss you in the booth, but
I won't be gone from the booth very long because I'll crash out of it.
Should we call Jay Fish Boy? I feel like this kind of that's like cyberbullying. I feel like it's not a good nickname.
Yeah. See, Salmon is kind of. I don't know. All I know is he's fast. I can tell you that much.
He had a good race last night. He was in a top 10 for a while towards the end of that thing. But it looks like we have everybody qualified, though we didn't see Sheets put a qualifying lap down, so he'll be in the back.
I just want to say, speaking of fish and salmon and all that stuff, the
Uh-huh.
king salmon right now are popping off in Alaska.
Mm,
Just throwing that out there.
you got to get out there.
Couple of weeks. Couple of weeks.
All right. So we're getting lined up now. Looks like Nick Vasquez held that pole time of 30.493. Let me fix my screen. 30.493. Stephen Carlisle P2. Cobra P3. Michael Deitch P4. Corey Mott 5th. Henry Calhop 6th. Josh Stoltz 7th. Garth Griswold 8th. Tyler Bellinger 9th. Tyler Krozak or TK 10th. Zach Johnson 11th. Noah Hunt 12th. Ray Gill 13th. Jay Salmon 14th. Mason Hoffner 15th. Jonathan Ledger 16th. Jim Mott 17th. Joe Wright 18th. Joe Gibbons 19th. Caleb Sheets 20th. And Ted Lisby 21st.
Again, Lisby not getting a very good qualifying run. But he was working his way up last night until he just got a beat down every caution. Somehow a car would come across the track into him or a satellite will fall on him. He had horrible luck last night.
Yeah, I remember a couple incidents he had where he just got caught up, but we'll be at the back of this thing. Hopefully we'll have enough space to check up if there's some early action, but surprised to see Sheets back there, but I guess he just didn't have time to run his qualifying.
I don't even think he went out and put a lap down.
Yeah, sometimes you use that qualifying time to go to the bathroom, and it's just
Yeah.
grand scheme of things, it plays out better.
Well, where did he start last night?
I don't know where he started last
He
night,
was
actually.
way in the back, and he came forward, and it didn't take long. So I don't think he's worried about it. But let's talk about that kid right there, the number 22, Nick Vasquez. He was very fast last night, almost won it, and all of a sudden he comes back here tonight with the new car, new setup, new tires, the update. The update was crazy during one of the cautions. Thomas, why don't you explain that to us? But take us to the green right now, buddy.
Yep, pace car is off. We're waiting for the green flag to get waved and get this thing kicked off. 300 miles here at Nashville. Not sure, Nashville Motor Speedway, right?
Yeah. Super
Oh.
Speedway.
Super Speedway, okay. All right, well, we saw Nick jump up top in front of Carlisle there, getting a good angle through turn 1, side by side for about 10 positions back. So far, so good. Made it through corners 1 and 2. Now coming through 3 and 4. Have 2 wide, almost 3 wide there in the back. Able to get it sorted out. Have a Red Bull car in the field. 57 Michael Deitch. That's always an extremely troubling thing to see, that Red Bull paint. But we'll have to keep an eye
Yes.
on him tonight.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, give him a chance with it. Who knows? Maybe he'll finally give it its due. But they need all the help we can get. Back there through the field, it's kind of straightened themselves out a little bit, and we're front to back pretty much the whole entire field. A couple of different stragglers as the field comes by. We have some very fast cars towards the back, especially that 26 car back there in 17th. In front of him, Joe Wright, who was fast last night, and Mason Hoffner. Hoffner we haven't seen, and I haven't seen him in a couple of races, but everywhere we go, he always ends up towards the front. So keep an eye on that 30 car. Probably just going to chill out towards the back, let everybody kind of sort things out, and then come crawling forward.
Yeah,
It
another
seems
guy.
like he's,
Sorry, I was gonna say another guy kind of mid-pack right now who shows a lot of speed as the run goes on. Zach Johnson in the 45 car, kind of just chilling right now behind Bellinger, getting a feel for this new car, getting a feel for the new tire model and the track. So
Jim Motmo in the grass on the back stretch.
uh-oh.
he's rolling.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's good.
didn't install it.
Now, mind you, Some of these guys are not running their actual league numbers. We had to get the session going a different way tonight.
Oh, that's right.
As the
Yes.
caution
Oh,
comes
we got a
out.
caution.
Joe Wright and Mason Hoffner got together.
Uh-oh.
I was just talking about those guys. Here comes the curse of the announcer.
Oh, and Joe, he tows it back to the pit. I guess he had.
Ooh.
See here. See Joe Wright in the Krispy Kreme car behind Hoffner. That looks like some net code, but
Yeah, that was that code.
Yeah, I mean, I could see space in between the 30 car. Either he lost it or that's net code. Yeah, you can't see it from that angle.
let me see.
But you can see after he starts to spin, it looks like he hits. See, right there, he's already loose. Like you
Yeah.
can see a gap there, and then he hits him.
Yep. Look like yeah, that was some night code there. It was tight racing for sure. It's just they never actually touched, so unfortunate there. Seemed like they kept it on the wall though, so hopefully their damage isn't too bad.
Now Joe decided to call it quits because I don't think he likes how the setup was.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy. Well, somebody who likes the setup, I think, is that guy right there. The 22 car, Ducks Unlimited. You know, last year we saw Nick run the Ford. Comes back this year with a new team, switches to Camry. So I don't know if he likes the Camry now over the Ford or what.
Yeah, I think if I remember, it was kind of like he was forced to switch. He did not want to switch to a Toyota, but I think the boss told him he had to.
Yeah, but now the boss drives a Chevy.
That's true.
Well, if you
So,
want to go
yeah.
by how Joe Logano's career started, he started off in a Toyota, so kind of comes around full circle for how Vasquez likes his mentality.
yep.
Speaking of which, I saw one of the shorts on YouTube pop up the other day of guys at Charlotte. And one guy in particular had his hat on kind of crazy. And he obviously had enjoyed a few beverages and he had a big bushy beard and hair and everything. And every time his driver would come back, he would give this very wonderful salute, but it was the way he did his hand. And I remember seeing the guy at the track because it wasn't that far away from us, and I remember watching him doing it and laughing my butt off. And then all of a sudden, I see somebody posted a video of him doing it on YouTube. It was great. I had such a good time in Charlotte.
Yeah, there's all
I
sorts of
highly
people
recommend it.
at those NASCAR races.
Oh yeah, tailgating is wonderful.
All right, so we should be going green this time by as the pace car lights are off. And we'll get this thing going again.
That guy right there was there. Vasquez in the 22, getting ready to go green.
Yep, just waiting on that restart zone here. Vasquez elected to start on the outside, and he gets a good launch on the outside. About 2 to 3 car lengths in front of the field.
That was more than a good launch. That was a booster rocket that got him up front. And he just shot out to almost a half-second lead. And these guys are going to catch him going down the back straightaway, and it's all going to even out. Further back in the pack, everybody's starting to find their way, their groove. 3 different lines we've seen tonight, just like we saw last night. The difference tonight is the track is made out of concrete. Different surface on the tires, so you really can't use last night's setup for the tonight setup. And if you did, I don't think that's going to work for you.
Right temperature is coming in 94 degrees.
All right, that's not too bad.
About 10 to 14 degrees hotter than last night.
Yeah, Charlotte kind of cooled off a little bit, made it a little grippier and faster. Interesting to see what happens tonight with this surface. See them going side by side right now as that one car that you brought up earlier in the Red Bull car is starting to move its way forward.
Yeah, I think he initially started P4, fell back a little bit, but yeah, after this restart here, he's starting to find his rhythm here and move back forward. Though we see Nick out to about half a second lead now. So, like we said, we're just not sure about what these tires are going to do on these longer runs. So, I'm sure we'll see a lot of comers and goers as this first stage continues. A lot of hard racing back here between Cobra and TK here.
Ooh. Yeah, you know, they're 3 wide right there, so that's going to be kind of interesting going through the corners right there.
Ooh.
Because of that right there. Somebody has to back off and...
Cobra gets
way
sideways.
loose!
He kept it going.
Able to save it.
Wow!
So no cautions out, but Aiden will be falling back to about last position on the running for cars running on the track, unfortunately for him. But yeah, we saw that one coming. It's just a lot of tight racing.
For the first stage, that wouldn't be a bad idea to be towards the back because everybody's gonna lose traction. Nobody's gonna know how these cars react. Yeah. He's already ruined his driver's suit, so he can. There's
Zach
another
Johnson
car, the 45. Oh.
Oof, I mean, and that's 14 laps in. The car going around like that, that's just not something we're used to seeing, especially from Johnson.
Right?
It looks like it just slowly walked around on him.
Well, I was just saying how it may not be a bad move to go to the back. Yeah, I don't know if he had help. Who's that behind him? If we go on board with the car that was behind him, we'll see exactly what happened.
I don't know. Was that Rigo?
Yeah.
No, he didn't touch him.
Oh, he was already loose.
Yeah, it looks like when Ray went around him around his right rear, it just hooked him rest of the way. You know, that air.
Man, I'm glad I'm not in this race because if a guy like him spun like that, I cannot imagine where I'd be. I didn't like these cars to begin with, but man, this track is going to be tough, I think, for a lot of drivers.
Yeah, definitely.
Jonathan Ledger's been moving up a little bit. He's starting to get the feel of it.
Yep, top 16 for him.
Ballinger's up to 7th. TK is in 6th right now. Deitch, Stoltz, Mott, Carlisle, and Vasquez. You know, Mott, he moved his way up. We were watching him during the practice time, and he was doing pretty well there. So he obviously has something to work with.
And another notable mover, obviously, always very fast. Caleb Sheets up 10 spots. He started in the back. So expect to see him up with the leaders before too long.
In the Budweiser baseball car. It's the 66 of Mr.
Garth Griswold. He might have crashed under caution here.
Ray was joking around with him and accidentally spun him and Garth got into the wall for it.
Oh no!
Oh man.
Oh, you must feel pretty.
We have
He was feel.
a Jonathan Ledger fan in the chat. I'm thinking back. Ledger's best finish was Bristol. He finished like what, 5th?
I'm not sure what it is the Cup Series, but I know he's had a few top 5 finishes in some of the other leagues as well. I think Arca, he had a bunch of. I think Arca, he had like top 10 finishes in like the first 8 races or something, something crazy like that.
Look at that. He did finish 5th at Bristol. What about that?
Yeah.
What about that memory
Yeah.
there?
That's pretty impressive. I don't
Yeah.
even remember Bristol.
And that's actually that's only one position worse than Stoltz's best finish. So, yeah, impressive drive by Ledger there. See pace car come off. Waiting for this group to go green again. Nick Vasquez will be leading the field on the outside. Rogan saw him have a great jump on that last restart. See if Carlisle gets a better start here. He does. He's still side by side with him coming through the front stretch here. And they're going to be about even going through the first corner. Obviously, 22's going to have a lot of momentum there up a row, but Carlisle doing a great job sticking with them. Go ahead.
Yeah, these guys right here are 2 very experienced drivers, so Carlisle's not going to just hand over the position. He's going to try to go for it in the vegan car, and, you know, tonight, we can't miss him. He looks like Dude Love from the old WWE. He is got a bright car tonight.
Ooh, we have Ray Gill and the 26 of Sheets almost touching mid-corner there. I think Sheets is just really pushing the issue to get forward in this pack, but gets around Ray Gill there. Now he's behind Noah Hunt in 35 Pepsi car.
Noah was one of those drivers started for the back of the pack last night, moved his way forward, and was actually a contender for a while. He was serious about being towards the front. Some of these guys that we saw run up front last night started further off in the back and are moving their way forward. One driver we did not see last night has broken into the top 10. The 63 car of Mr. Kalhoff has taken over the 10th position. Behind him, Ray Gill, Gibbons, Hoffner, Lisby, and Ledger. So that's your top 15. Behind him is Cobra Kai. He's fighting his way forward. Keep an eye on that 68 car. He's going to make it towards the front by the end of this thing. Right now, Vasquez, Mott, and Carlisle, the top 3. Mott and Carlisle battling back and forth. Mott was able to get by the Dude Love car and move into the 2nd spot. And here comes Stoltz alongside Carlisle to try to get that 3rd position from him. He's going to go low. Carlisle, no surprise, stays in the higher line. But I don't know if he's just being a little conservative right now or what. And he doesn't seem like he is fighting that 43 car very hard for that spot.
Yeah, I don't know a ton about this racetrack, so I'm not sure if he just got moved up and the bottom lane is currently the preferred line, but Carlisle has lost several spots here since he's been shuffled up by Corey Mott. But Stoltz still hasn't got the pass done yet, though, so they're still side by side here.
It doesn't look like Carlisle's pushed him that much. I mean, Carlisle's just running like the same line, and I would think if you were really serious about trying to keep that position instead of saving your car, you'd be going for it a lot harder than he is. So we saw him save a bit last night and move forward. Maybe he's just going to do that again, as you're on board right now with TK, who had a great run last night. He's trying to get by Carlisle, and he's going to make a dive towards the inside. Dude Love is still on the outside, holding onto it, though.
Yeah, you see Stoltz eventually was able to clear Carlisle there, running the bottom lane. DK's going to try to follow him and do the same thing here. Carlisle's still running about a middle lane, high lane up, so...
Caution out.
Caution is out here.
Something happened to Lisby.
We'll pop out of there and see what happened. Looks like Ted Lisby was involved in something there.
Oh!
Not sure if he got tagged. Does he keep it out of the wall? Yep, he keeps it out of the wall. So just a lot of might have flat spotted the tires there, but
once you stop on the track, though,
he's coming out of 4.
Well,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he came off the lower line. He came off real low off of that corner, and he had a little bit of a wiggle, and then when he tried to correct that, just went the other way. And we talked about last night, once that suction is changed underneath the car, once you lose that suction, it's just going to come right around you. And that, because of the update, that is actually one of the things that was updated. The amount of airflow and suction you get from that diffuser. There's less of it now, apparently, from what I've heard from different YouTubers. So I don't know if maybe that's what that issue was tonight or what. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, you saw
You
the
know what?
car drive right up to his bumper there, and the second he stuck his nose right behind him there, it looked like just the back end kicked out from him, so might have saw a lot of air just get taken off the rear diffuser there and spun him around.
Why don't we go on board right now with the 77 of Corey Mott, see what his take about this car is right now.
Sure, yeah, we can pull him up real
Nice.
quick. Let's see.
You guys
There's
want
a
me
re-
to do it?
I found him. I'm just looking for. Can I move him? Oh, there we go. Corey, you're in the booth. You got us?
I got you.
Hey, man. So we just want to get an idea of what the cars are feeling like. What are the guys saying? How's it going out there?
Yeah, so first 4 laps, you can't push at all. It seems like they accelerate the wear on the tires in the first 4 laps. So if you're sliding your tires around on those first 4 laps of the run, you're gonna end up with no tire left. We're in a spot now where the wear has started, but it's not bad. So I just for your guys's idea, I sent everybody a decent setup if they wanted to use it, if they were struggling, that loosened up the car on entry and exit, because the base set was very, very, very tight. It seems to be working for me right now. The car feels really fun to drive. I'm enjoying it. It's just the first 4 laps are very sketchy of any run, so you'll probably won't see as many aggressive moves on the end of stages. New tires won't be as much of an advantage in the first 4 laps like they have been in the past. It's not like you have infinite grip compared to everybody else. It's very slippery, and it kills you in a long run. So it's definitely going to change how you drive and how you strategize your runs. So,
All right, man. Well,
Right, buddy.
thanks for the information. We'll get you back to the channel, and good luck.
thank you.
That was Corey Mott, driver of the 77 car, giving us a little bit of an insight what the cars are feeling like. He says hard to push the car early run will just damage the tires and cause you to have some bad handling for the rest of the run. So we'll keep an eye on that. But the pace car is off. We're coming to another green restart here. Nick Vasquez electing the top lane again. Corey Mott down below him. Vasquez gets a good jump again.
Yeah.
Mott just completely caught off guard there on that start. So
Yeah, you know what? That's scary right there, seeing that 22 car out front like that and getting a jump. He's running very well tonight. And before Mama Vasquez gets out a rolling pin and starts threatening me in the chat room, there was a reason why I didn't pick the 22 to come up and talk to us in the booth. Because the way he's running, I have a feeling we're going to be talking to him after he wins the first stage. That 22 car right now is the hot rod to beat. And it's going to be tough to not only catch him, it's going to be tough to pass. Right now, Mott is behind him, chasing him, but Mott's rear view mirror is full of Josh Stoltz. Behind Stoltz is Dude Love, the 81 of Carlisle, and then TK, who's running the
Caution.
number 8 tonight.
caution's out.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Legger and Hofner.
Oh. Okay.
Hoffner, yeah, just gets
Oh.
sideways.
Oh. Into the wall. Hold on. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, it looks like it was just too much brakes on corner entry and it just got loose on him.
Yeah. I tell you, you went to show the 77 at Corey Mott, and I was thinking, oh boy, we jinxed him. And then I was relieved that it
Man.
wasn't him. Feel bad for Hoffner and Ledger, but man, I got nervous.
Larry took quite the lick on the left rear. Wonder how much damage he has on that left rear toe link.
Yeah, you saw some damage to the body there on the right side too.
Man, Hoffner is not having a very fun return right now back. Maybe this is punish. Maybe this is karma. Karma
Karma.
for. Yeah, you know, it's funny that I pronounced an R. Of course, I used it wrong. But anyways, maybe it's karma for him because I remember at Charlotte, allegedly, he might have asked everybody in the row if they wanted a fireball, except for one guy. Can you imagine who that one guy allegedly was that he didn't offer it to? It was me. I was heartbroken. But Nick Vasquez actually backed out of his, allegedly. And so I took it. So, you know, there's a story of Mr. Hoffner. So, you know, maybe next time you see me at the track, you know, hook a brother up. We had such a good time. It was a blast. I can't wait. We might do Darlington. So just think about that. Anybody at home wants to come visit us and hang out with us and go to Darlington, I say we do it.
Yeah, there's some nice bars in what's it called? What's that town called? Florence.
Please no. Yeah. You know what the best part of Florence, South Carolina is?
What's that?
Driving through it.
Seeing it in the rear view.
Yeah, fly, just keep on moving. Oop. Yeah, I hope nobody's from Florence. Well, right now, Vasquez, Mott, Stoltz, Carlisle, and Deitch. That's your top 5. And Henry Kalhoff, he's looking kind of racy tonight. He's up in 7th spot. He's with the boys. Everybody's getting ready to go green one more time.
Shut down now.
Uh-oh, somebody's getting yelled at.
Yeah, my nephew's being a pain in the butt like he usually is every night.
Oh boy, you know.
But it is his bedtime.
All right, Bill, you can take this restart here.
All right, the pace car takes the turn off and down pit road, getting ready to go green, waiting for that restart zone to see what kind of a jump that 22 car can get. And wow, he just got another huge jump and left Mott and Stoltz in the dust. He's going to jump out to about a 5-car length lead. Mott and Stoltz are going to go side by side into the corner, and it's going to be Mott in that lower line that's going to go in way and just wash right up the track.
Super tight there, yeah.
Yeah, he said that, you know, these cars were junk the first 4 laps, and that just proved it right there. He just went in there a little bit too hot, flew up the track, and Stoltz was able to get underneath him. Mott's starting to work back on that outside line. We saw a couple of cars earlier working that outside line. I think it was Stoltz who was doing that, and he dropped back a little bit. Wasn't that Stoltz, that 43 car that did that earlier?
Carlisle had jumped up to the outside and kind of fell back a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. It was Carlisle, and the dude loved car, but now he's coming flying up right now. Now he's testing that 77 car of Mott into the corner, and Mott almost gets into the back of the 43 car of Stoltz. I don't know if Stoltz got a little bit loose there and wiggled, but looks like Mott is going to get a run on the inside, on the outside, excuse me, and challenge for that second spot, and he's going to have a bit of an advantage going into that corner, but once again washes up the track real high, and that's going to allow the 43 car Stoltz to come back underneath. Coming underneath with him might be Carlisle, who takes advantage of Mott washing way up high. A little bit tamer this time, and behind him is TK in that 8 car. He's just waiting for any type of advantage to get by the other cars, and he's looking underneath Carlisle right now. He's going to dive it in there, but I think Carlisle's going to be able to get him coming off the corner. Just not ready yet. Keep working it, kid. You'll get by him. But Carlisle's going to be a tough customer. Further back, you just saw the 63 car wiggle pretty hard right there. That was kind of close. Scared the heck out of me. And hang on 1 second.
Yeah, just looking through the field here, the fighting up front has allowed Nick Vasquez to get about half a second lead, though it looks like might have lost some time mid-corner there. I don't know if he got a little bit loose or tight through mid-corner, but lost about 2/10 there to Stoltz. Stoltz is slowly starting to climb back as he separated himself from Corey Mott and Carlisle here. Krozak still trying to set up the pass on Carlisle. Carlisle doing a good job of maintaining his speed off exit, but he goes above Corey Mott here. He's going to try to get a pass done on the back stretch, though. It looks like 77 is able to clear him. And now Krozak looking underneath Carlisle. Not sure if he's going to have enough speed off corner. He needs to be very careful. We saw a couple guys get loose running that bottom line through 3 and 4.
He's one of the few guys that can run that lower line off the corner right now. It's working pretty well for him. Nobody's really pit yet, so...
Yeah, not a lot of pit stops yet. Just a couple guys who had some damage, but as far as taking new tires, haven't seen too many people come down yet. But now Corey Mott is working his way back to the back end of Stoltz here, though. Stoltz still running some pretty good lines, pretty good lap times. Not quite able to close the gap to the 22 car yet. Maybe has gained a 10th, but other than that, not too much in reeling in the 22. Vasquez just keeps running great lap times, lap after lap. But about 5 laps left now on this first stage here. I think Stoltz and the rest of the group are running out of time to get back to this 22 car. Just took a little bit too much time battling each other. Allowed the 22 to slide ahead.
Yeah, like I said, that 22 car getting the jump that he's gotten, this might be a boring race for him out front all night. You know what? Some of these car changes, the numbers are throwing me off just a little bit. I keep forgetting TK is in the number 8 car tonight, and It's been a long time since we've seen the number 8 car running well. You know, usually with, when you put your grandkids in a car, they don't run as well as everybody else, but I'm not going to say anything about that, just the 8 car. Although he does, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. But anyways, getting back to real life situation. Stoltz, the 43 car, still trying to chase down Vasquez. Starting to close in just a tiny bit. But I think, Vasquez really doesn't seem to be pushing his car at all. And it's going to be an easy run for the next couple of laps for him, unless a satellite falls down on him. That's the only way it's going to stop for him right now. That 63 car of Kalhoff working the outside, trying to get around Ballinger. Just inching forward just a little bit. Man, that's some tight quarters right there, and we have already seen one incident today just due to the fact of the net code. And we saw that too. Ooh. Whoa, man! I saw that one coming. It looked like the
57 was just a little bit slow on the entry.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if he got loose on entry or what, but that car caused Kalhoff to check up, and then Ballinger to check up, and man, that almost caused a big wreck right there. Luckily, everybody made it through it. It looks like Mott working his way up to try to challenge Stoltz one more time before the end of the stage.
So we should see the caution come out this time by as the 10th place car crosses the start finish, but Nick Vasquez doing a great job keeping that car out front for the end of this first stage here. Looks like Stoltz will be getting P2. Corey Mott trying to take away a position from Carlisle. He's going to be able to do it and take P3 for the stage.
There's the caution.
Is out.
So, like I said, there was a reason why I didn't call the 22 car up to the booth. Once they get through pit stops, we're going to let it happen and roll it through so we can talk to the number 22, Nick Vasquez, winner of stage 1. I think tonight might be a little revenge from last night. Maybe he thinks he lost one last night.
Oh yeah, I mean he definitely had the pace, the speed last night to get the job done. Just you could tell the frustration in his voice. He just got caught up behind two guys battling and couldn't get around them cleanly quick enough to get up to the leader. But tonight that's not an issue when you're out front, so hopefully he can keep that 22, nail this pit stop, keep that 22 up front, and have a good second stage. But we'll get him up in the booth for a quick in-race interview, see how he feels about the car, and if he's had any adjustments made done to that car.
Let's see what he does right now, and as soon as pit stops are complete. Everybody's getting 4 in a full tank. That I can say. Unless we had a couple of guys stop last caution, did we? I don't think we did.
I
No.
don't believe so, no.
And Jonathan Ledger will be our lucky dog, correct? So he might get one of his laps back.
Yeah, he'll be lucky dog.
Looks like the positions will stay the same for the most part. Stoltz, a little bit of a slower stop. He's going to come out P4 actually behind Carlisle.
Oh!
So Carlisle able to make up a spot off pit lane there.
Covarrubia fell back a couple of spots right there. I think he lost 3 or 4 spots, and Kalhoff lost a couple of spots as well. Not Kalhoff, I'm sorry, Hoffner. He lost a couple of spots. Huh. Actually, he's still in... No, he's out on the pits now. I can't tell. Waiting for the times to come back and reset. No, Hoffner still is in the pits.
Well, looks like the biggest gainer was Garth Griswold.
All right, let's get Nick up here in the booth.
All right. You guys can ask him a couple questions. I'll be right back. Here, let me move him up here, though. Hey, Nick, you're in the booth.
Nick?
I got you. What's up?
Hey, buddy. You're running pretty good tonight. A little revenge tour after last night, kind of looks like. I mean, you are really flying.
Yeah, the setup feels great. I know we had the iRacing update, and I'm not gonna lie, I love it. This car feels amazing. I love the tire model. I love the new dash. I love everything about this car. So I don't want to jinx nothing, and hopefully the broadcast, curse doesn't get me. But I'm loving it right now. So it feels great.
Well, I already told your mom to put the bowling pin down. I don't want her yelling at me and getting hot in the chat room because she was yelling at people the other night. I hope she calmed down a little bit.
Yeah, she definitely calmed down. So hopefully we can come out with a win here.
All right, man. Good luck to you. First stage winner. You got those bonus points and getting ready to go green. So we're going to let you back.
All right. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you.
I was on it.
Yeah, I was really hoping you were. They're getting ready to go green one more time.
Yeah.
Let's see if that 22 car can get that jump. Oh, yeah. And I don't know.
This
I don't
stuff
know
is just looking when he launches.
Yeah, we
It just
haven't
grabs
seen
and
that.
shoots.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he is the... Oh, no! And the 35 car... I think that was TK that got into the back of him and spun him. I don't know if...
I don't know. Oh, back and take a look.
I'm back. Sorry.
You should be sorry because you just missed it.
Caution. Oh, caution's out already?
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I think.
Ooh. Looks like
Yeah,
TK
it
just
looked
got
like.
in the back left side of 35. That was not net code. Just
Yeah.
very tight racing. TK on the inside line there.
Let's go on board with TK to see if we can see what happened. Obviously, he didn't expect a 35 car to check up going into the corner.
Yeah, I mean, he was off
Oh,
the
you know what?
gas. He was off the gas already.
Yeah, the 35 car was kind of just coming down in front of him. You know, it's obviously not intentional, and
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, got off the gas. Just that 35 car started coming down, and there was really nothing he could do. And Sheets behind him almost got into the 8 car, so everybody was just checking up right there. Yeah, they just kind of came down on. Oh man, hang on to it! Wow.
Who was that up there? I'm trying to see.
That was Garth that went around on his outside.
Garth. There, missed it again. Garth. Inside. Oh, yeah. Who's behind Garth back there?
Yeah,
I wasn't watching that one.
that could have been big.
45 Zach Johnson. Oh,
Yeah, might have been.
yeah, that was Johnson.
Wow. Well, that was interesting. Huh.
Not what I was expecting on a restart was aggressiveness like that.
Yeah, I think that was just two guys getting ready to get into the same spot at the same time. You saw the 35 car coming down on the 8 car, and the 8 car got off the gas, tried to avoid it. I mean, it happened so fast. There's not much you
Yeah.
can do about it, And unlike when you spun me in the truck series the other night, Ryan, that was totally avoidable. But you were trying to get even with me, so you took me out. It's all right. I understand it. But that one there was, that was accidental.
Yeah. I straight up came over the radio shortly after it happened when they were down to pacing, apologizing right away.
Yes, I was. I definitely came down on you, but I'm just gonna let you hear about it every race if I can. Jokes aren't cheap, man. You got to use what you got, get some mileage out of it. And speaking of mileage, we got about 188 laps total. We're at lap 53. Just started stage 2, 8 laps down, total of 45. And when you hear that 22 car say he loves the change that nobody likes, well, I mean, what does that make? I mean, that's going to make you a little bit nervous.
Well, I already knew coming into this race there was going to be a mixed bag of people that are going to like it and people that are going to hate it.
Let's see if he can do this magic launch one more time. Corey Mott gets a little bit better jump that time. I think Kalhoff kind of helped him along a little bit, but Vasquez is still going to be able to get out front. Now that the 77 is a little bit closer, let's see if he can still pull it out a little bit. And I can tell you right now, he has a rocket. He can drive that car anywhere he wants to. So he can save tires if he wants. He's running a very conservative line. He doesn't seem to be pushing his car at all. So if he likes to sit up and he said he's out there driving around, that's not good for anybody else, because some of these guys are pushing every inch of this racetrack, every inch of this racetrack to try to keep up. You see Mott right now trying to slide it in there, but he went way up the track and came into that corner so hot. Behind him is Kalhoff and Stoltz. Stoltz is in 4th spot, which is, well, we always seem to see Stoltz in 4th spot.
Yeah.
These guys are, whoa! One car, I'm not sure who that was. Somebody just disappeared in the back there. Yeah, the
AC,
35 car.
he's blinking bad.
Is that AC?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it is. Looks like he knows it, and he's pulling way up. I'm not sure if somebody told him in the chat or what, but he seemed to move forward, let everybody by. Getting better now. But that's the unfortunate situation with iRacing, depending on where you are in the country. If you have a storm and you live in the Midwest, that's going to affect your performance here if it's an East Coast time. It's just how it is. And there's not much anybody can do about it, and it's heartbreaking because it always seems to happen when you're running pretty good. And look at this mess behind him right there, the 66 car, the Red Bull car. Red Bull car, you know what? He's holding his own tonight, and you know what? He's not. That 57 of Deitch is, you know what? He's giving him a good name tonight.
Yeah, but if I had a choice to drink either Red Bull or Monster, I'd go with Monster hands down.
Yeah, well, you know, I know I'm not supposed to be drinking them, but man, I love my watermelon Red Bull in the morning. That's like one of my things.
In the
So
morning.
bad for you. I know. Oh man, I love that. Oh.
If you don't want zero sugar in your energy drinks, but you want the caffeine for it, go for Rain. Zero sugar, caffeine might be a little too high for you, but it's 300 milligrams, and I feel perfectly fine after I drink one. I don't get the jitters like you do from Monster.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't be drinking any of them. Nobody should be drinking that stuff, but we do anyways because we love it. But look what we have here. We're starting to see cars pan out a little bit of a challenge right there. Kalhoff starting to get underneath Dude Love. Going down the back straightaway. Is it going to have enough momentum to get into the corner? I don't think so. He's falling back.
Carlisle
Oh,
around.
no! Carlisle loses it on that high side. Oh, man.
That thing
They
just
just
snapped.
got loose on it.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, where he was running at the top of the blind. If you notice that top line, because we all know he likes to run high, and you see him right at the top of the black. And man, maybe he just got into the marbles a little bit, or what have you.
Yeah,
But
he was looking for that limit he could go on the outside, and he found it. Is what his
Yeah.
exact words were.
yep, there you go.
Sorry, this is a bit early. It's 3-4 he got loose, but I just went back a little too early.
Watch this. Yeah, you can see some of the cars in front of him struggling already, and Carla's just so fast on that high line. See him right at the top low, a little bit. You know what? I'll tell you what, I can see why he got a little bit too high. That sun is brutal coming off that corner. Wow. Huh. Well, that makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Did you see the change of track when he got into that corner? Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Looks like he has some damage to that right side of that car. So it looks like kind of
Yeah.
it was just fixed up, so he should hopefully he should be okay.
Yeah, shouldn't. Looks like it wasn't that much damage. He had a 17-second pit stop.
Well, he has a full tank of gas. He has fresh rubber. So he's going to need all of that to move his way forward. We have plenty of time for the end of the stage for him to move his way up. But right now, our top 10, Vasquez, Mott, Kalhoff, Stoltz, Ballinger, TK, Salmon, Deitch, Sheets, and Mr. Griswold. Now, Salmon last night, is it Salmon or Salmon? It's Salmon, right? That's what he
Salmon.
told us. Is it
I
Salmon?
would call it salmon.
Oh, boy. You know what? Well, we'll let him yell at us later. So, last night in that 67 car, he was fast. He was very unassuming, just kind of crept his way forward. Nobody really noticed. And here he is again tonight, right up front. He's in 7th spot. And if you look at the inside sheets, Sheets has struggled tonight, which is something we don't see. And there he is right there, Mr. J, 67 driver. Inside of him is the Rizmeister himself, Caleb Sheets, the 26 car. Kind of know what that's kind of a Dale Jr. throwback.
Yeah, his 2001 All-Star Game throwback paint scheme, I believe it was.
I think he actually just brought that same paint scheme out for the Cars Tour, and we're getting ready to go green one more time. Let's bring us to the green, Ryan.
And waiting for the restart zone. There it is. Once again, Vasquez with that jump. He didn't get as far of a lead this time.
Yeah, it seems like Mott's starting to get better at it.
Yeah. Looks like they're all getting the timing of his restarts down now, so
No,
as we're going on to that stretch.
Yep, Mott told us about 4 laps is when the tires are really horrible, so we'll see if he starts to close in a little bit on Vasquez after 4 laps. But behind them, they're 2 by 2 coming out of the corner, go through that little bit of a dog leg right there. And we've seen that 35 car have some issues earlier. He got bumped from behind there and had that little tussle. He's back out and he's battling with that Red Bull car right now. So you've got Deitch and Hunt going at it. And on the inside, oh boy, this can't be good. Oh, that can't be good. Yeah, wow. You know,
They were trying to make it work 3 wide through 3 and 4. It's just
there was
grip there.
Yeah, you don't need to go 3 wide right there. I'm sorry, I don't care. It's way too early to go 3 wide, and
Yeah.
TK just tried to keep his lane. I mean, he just went in there, and I don't know if it upset his car or what, but yeah.
It wasn't TK, it was Gibbons.
Was that Gibbons? I thought that was the 8 car of TK.
I mean, it is the 8 car, but it's Gibbons.
Oh, that 8 car is Gibbons.
Yeah.
Not okay. All right.
Oh
man, folks, can't do this to me. I'm too old. I feel old, I should say, tonight. I'm pretty beat up. I gotta be honest with you. Went to the gym tonight, and if you guys saw this freak of nature that is, I work with him. His name's Harry. He's also my trainer. He tells me what to do, and I'm afraid of him, so I do it. And his arms are the size of my waist. This kid is just huge, and he got me sitting there watching him do all kinds of weights, and then he wants me to do other weights, and I'm just I'm so afraid of this guy. I just do it because he tells me to. 22 laps down out of the 45 for stage 2. It's all been that guy right there.
Yep,
Won the pole.
he's had some smooth sailing tonight. Be interesting to see if he does get shuffled back, how his car performs in dirtier air. But yeah, so far so good for the 22.
I think the only way you're gonna be able to get him to be shuffled back is try to offset your pit stops from his, and make him think about pit stops. That'd be my only guess.
Yeah, I mean, he is a rocket ship tonight. But we have a lot of racing to go, 120 laps to be exact. Getting ready to come out of this long sweeping turns 3 and 4. Not as banked as we saw last night at Charlotte. Similar shaped track, but completely different. I love those campers in the background. That one there looks like the old EM50. Let's see if anybody in the chat knows what movie the EM50 is from. Although now with Google, anybody can Google it, but the EM50, what vehicle? The Urban Assault Vehicle.
I've never even heard of EM50.
I know you haven't. It's from a movie. Papa Mott might get it.
Was it a movie just from back in the Stone Age? Is that what you're trying to get at?
Yeah, I would say Stone Age, but
I
it
think
was a while
What
ago.
was it, the 80s?
Maybe. Getting ready to go green right now. Vasquez looking to get that jump again. Oh, man. You know what? I don't know what happened to Mott, but
He was sleeping on the
What
restart.
is he doing?
yeah, he
That was
got
terrible.
crushed on that restart. Yeah, it looked like he was waiting for Vasquez to take off and get on the gas a little bit too early. Had to check out of it and then get back on the gas. But Vasquez just took off on that one. And he's probably giggling under his helmet right now, further in the pack. Guys are going side by side right there. And I don't know if you saw that, but some of those cars were wiggling. When you're side by side and you got somebody behind you, that seems to be a very dangerous combination for these guys running like that. It looks like these cars are a little more sensitive to having a car on the back of them. I don't know if you've guys seen that, but you know, they seem to wiggle a lot more. Not as good to handle.
Oh yeah, the dirty air definitely is affecting them with this new update.
And one car that did get by is Kalhoff. And Kalhoff right now is right on the back bumper of Vasquez. And this is the first time we've really said that. Nobody's been able to keep up with Vasquez. So let's see what Henry can do right now in that 63 car. As Mott's in another battle with Ballinger behind him. Ballinger, who started further on in the back, just like he did last night, worked his way forward and now up in the fourth spot. And behind him is Jay Salmon in the 67 car. So we talked about him earlier, and he keeps moving up. Right now, Vasquez, Kalhoff getting ready to battle even harder. And then you got a little bit of a gap right there to that 88 car, of Ballinger. He's starting to catch up to Mott. Just a little bit.
How fell off going down the front stretch because there was a small gap. Now there's a big gap.
Bigger gap
opened
now.
about half a second, yeah.
Now he closes right back up to him there in the corner. It looks like he's there getting ready to set him up for another pass, maybe in a lap or two. Kalhoff still trying to run down Vasquez, but Vasquez is now starting to pull away a little bit. How many laps has it been since the restart? Well, it's been about 4 or 5 at least, and I think what Corey Mott was the truth. Now we're seeing Vasquez with those warm tires pulling away. Further on in the pack, you've got Hunt right there in that 35 Pepsi machine battling on the inside of... oh, man.
That was close.
That's what you had an orgasm.
Oh, man. Yeah, whoa, look at this.
Man.
The 35 car. Oh, man, you know what? I think that...
Oh, Sheets into the wall hard.
You know what? Sheets is a victim of other people's temper right there. Because
also
and
heavy
so
damage
isn't
to the
Hoffner.
car.
Yeah, it looked like the 35 car was trying to pay back the 8 car and kind of pulled a Danica Patrick. And as doing so, took out some of those other cars. If you rewind it, looked like that 35 car drove it in way. See what I mean? No. Yeah.
Yeah, the 35 drove it in deep.
Yeah, he tried to drive it in deep and then gassed it again and tried to hit the 8 car. So right there, didn't get quite to his bumper.
Oh,
Yeah, you know, maybe it wasn't as nefarious
I don't
as I might have thought. I think
it's weird because Krozak, it looked like he was just parking it. Well, I mean, he could have just been trying to be very careful on throttle on exit there, but
yeah, I don't think he intentionally went up and bumped the, like right there they come close, and then it seems like they just got on the gas at different times. And then somebody came up and clobbered the back of Hunt, and that's what turned the 26 car. So, may not have been nefarious as I thought.
Washing sheets.
Because he could have spun him there if he was really trying to spin him. He could have spun him on entry.
Yeah.
So I apologize. Thought maybe he was trying to do a little payback.
And Hoffner's about 100 feet behind the incident and just gets collected here. See sheets go up into the outside wall. And it doesn't get collected. He just... Sometimes these cars don't like to turn right.
Just hooked.
Yeah, that thing, you got back on the gas and it just spun on him.
No, I was listening to it. He didn't get on the gas. It's just like he just tapped the brakes a little bit and it just hooked him to the wall.
It's like Martinsville. Whenever someone gives me a set, they're like, just don't turn the wheel to the right.
If you do, be gentle with it.
Yeah.
Is that what kind of pace car is that? Kind of
yes,
because Ford in the front, and it looks like a Honda in the back.
Twitch chat. It seems like TK was just having issues getting back on throttle, just because the car is pushing super tight. I'd imagine, or I don't know. He might be loose, but something with the setup is causing him to be very, very patient on the throttle. Just don't think 35 was having the same exact issues. So obviously, being the car behind, it's his responsibility not to get in the back of TK, but just weird timing there.
Yeah, but my point was it wasn't nefarious. That wasn't intentional, because if he really wanted to, he could have spun him on entry, and it seemed like they just got on the gas, back on the gas at a different time. So, especially if the 8 car isn't handling as well, he's got to wait and be patient. That car behind him was probably expecting him to get on the gas. The timing for each of these guys on and off the throttle in the corners is so close to each other. That's how they don't wreck every single corner. And sometimes you get a little bit off, and that's what happens. So that was a racing deal. Nothing more than that. Thank God. Glad we don't have any issues. Once again, that pace car comes down. 22 waiting to reach that restart zone. On the inside of him is Kalhoff. See if Kalhoff can have better luck, and he does. Kalhoff gets a great start, but Kalhoff crossed the line first.
In NASCAR rules, ever since they updated it, if you
Bellinger around,
you can launch
Tyler Bellinger around, collecting a lot of drivers here, and we have a parking lot on the backstretch on the exit 2.
Wow, that took out some fast cars.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. It's just I saw Bellinger lose it, and just that was the big one here in stage 2 with about 10 laps left.
Now, was that Gibbons or is that TK?
Both.
Michael Deitch got collected there. Looks like Garth Griswold also got hit.
Jamot stopped just in time.
See him just get
looked like here. Those two cars, the 43 and the 88 touched, backed that up a little bit. They're into each other. Watch this.
Yeah, the 43 just drove it in right into the side of the 88.
Yeah, watch this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gave him the chowder. Gave him the chowder right in the door.
Then,
yeah, Deitch, Johnson there in the 45, also getting some contact. See the 8 car there. Who's that 8 car?
Yeah, which
8 car is that? Gibbons.
Gibbons.
It was Gibbons, that one. Nowhere he could go.
And I was able to watch the restart also between Kalhoff and Vasquez. They launched at the same time.
Yeah. Kalhoff read that one perfectly.
Sorry, wait, so you're saying the restart was completely fine?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I saw Kalhoff launch and he kind of cut down the track to get a better angle. So between the two, good timing on the launch and then driving down the track, I think, yeah, that's what had him about even with Vasquez there. But
Now, let's see how Vasquez's car does in that dirty air. This is the
Yep.
first time we've seen him anywhere but out front.
yeah, by the time we go green here, we'll probably have a little bit less than 8 laps in this stage. So
Whew, man. I see that Carolina sun, little logo down there, makes me think of the Caribbean, makes me want a margarita. Oh. I got to be honest with you, here it is. It's the middle of June pretty much. It was miserably cold today up here on Cape Cod. Very cold today. I think it was like 53, rainy, nasty.
I think it was 86 here in Virginia.
It was 74 today in Juneau, Alaska. So that gives
Oh wow.
gives you an idea. But now for the first time, Vasquez is going to be on the inside of the leader. Henry Kalhoff coming out from the back. Wasn't here last night. We haven't seen him in a couple of races, and he's coming firing back tonight. He must like this new setup as well. It's going to be Chevy versus Toyota now. We have 2 Toyotas on the inside, 2 Chevys on the outside.
The pace car is off, and we're waiting on Kalhoff, our new leader, to get us going again here. Quick shootout here to conclude stage 2. See Kalhoff get off to a great start. 22 spins his tires, gets a little bit loose on the restart. It's going to cost him about a car and a half of positioning behind Kalhoff here, but able to hold on to P2. Stoltz dives to the bottom to 77. Corey Mott has to slot into the 4th spot, and we have spinning the back Zach Johnson up into the wall. So just through 1 and 2 corners, 1 and 2 there, we already have a car around. Not sure if 45 got some help there, but we saw him shoot up into the outside wall coming out of 2. We'll go back and take a look. See the 45 with Carlisle just on his rear there. 45 just goes around. It's the second time tonight for the 45 car having a self spin. Just guys are not used to the new build yet. See 45 very consistent. I think he's second place, might be point leader. I'm not sure, but always a very fast driver, very consistent driver. Definitely very strange to see him having the struggles he's been having with this race.
Let's go on board with Dude Love, see what it looked like from his view, because he was right on the back bumper.
I just watched it, and it was net code because TK didn't get close to him. He had a good 3, 4, 5 feet from him.
Where's Carlisle? There he is. Let's go on board. Inside. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so that's
net code.
Sorry, Zach. Didn't mean to say you self-spun again, but it looked like you did. No one touched you, so.
Yeah, that looked like a little bit of a net code.
So that was our
A
second.
little bit is an understatement.
Huh. 45 car just cannot catch a break tonight. I don't know, man. That angle looked like he did get him.
I don't know if I have a good camera for that. Nope. Okay, let's do that. Right rear suspension.
No, you have to go with left rear suspension because Zach got hit on the left rear.
Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah, well, yeah, look.
Yeah.
It was net code.
It doesn't touch him. Yeah, it does not touch him.
That's the thing with iRacing and their new updates. When they update a model on a car, there's going to be net code to begin with. until they do the bug fixes.
I was going to say that earlier. It seemed like after the last update, we had a couple of incidences where it was netcode by like feet. And then it kind of smoothed out better later on. So I think you're 100% right on that. Kalhoff, Vasquez, Stoltz, Mott, and Sam in your top 5 right now. Cobra Kai in the 68 cars moved himself up into the 6th spot. TK behind him, Noah Hunt, Gill, and Hoffner, your top 10. And Mason, we saw him, man, he was very fast and then kind of got shuffled towards the back, and now he's working his way up. He's in the top 10 now.
Yeah, it looks like TK has a bit of damage on that front splitter. See it kicked up a bit. See how that impacts his race car here. But Henry Kalhoff will be restarting on the inside this time. Saw him elect the outside last restart. But let's see if the 22 can get the power down more cleanly this time go around. Pace car is off. And we are restarted here at Nashville. 63 getting off to a great start there. Easily taking the lead going into corners 1 and 2. We'll have a quick 4-lap shootout here for the end of the stage 2. Hopefully we can keep it green.
Man, Vasquez seems like he's driving a different car. I just saw him wiggle.
See,
yeah, I think
Stoltz get shuffled behind Mott this time. Last restart, Corey Mott actually had to give up the spot to Stoltz, so this time Stoltz is now behind the 77, trying to reclaim that 3rd position spot. But our leader and Nick Vasquez both running the same exact time last lap. Both guys run extremely fast for the last several laps. We have some guys into the wall towards the back.
Yeah. Man, seems like you get side by side.
It's gotta be to the 29s.
Yep, that time Corey Mott actually setting the fastest lap of the race, 30.03.
Wow. I guess he likes the new setup.
Oh, caution's out.
Oh.
Was that stage caution?
Yes.
Did I? Was that a lap early?
No, that was stage 19 just spun.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Gotcha, okay.
Oh, the 30 and the 19 get together?
I think the 19 is 30 according to the
Yeah, the
time.
19 is
Oh, is that what it,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, that's right. Mason is.
They just got loose on my corner exit.
Just want to see what this is like. See Hoffner go through 3 and 4 here. And it's on
Up high.
exit.
Very wobbly right there.
I think I went back, but I went back too early, 1 lap too early. But yeah, you can already see the car on exit of 4 there get really light and wobbly.
Kalhoff is playing a different game. And Carlisle.
Wait, why do you say that? What do you mean by that?
Oh,
They did not hit.
yeah, that thing just snapped around on him.
We got Kalhoff, Carlisle, Griswold, Bellinger, and Sheets all did not pit.
It looks like Carlisle, Griswold, Bellinger, Sheets all pitted lap 83, so their tires are pretty new, especially with the cautions we had at the end of that stage. But yeah, our leader last pitted lap 47, so his tires are a bit older. But other than that, everyone from P6 and back all went in for some fresh tires and fuel to start this third and final stage.
Vasquez dropped back to 7th. Seems like he has a different car once they get into the airstream of somebody else.
Yeah, he said he loved the new car. We'll see if he still likes it when it's in dirty air, but definitely has the speed. But yeah, just it's gonna be a different monster back there.
How consistent are his laps? Pretty consistent. I think he might be doing a little save game right now, maybe. Then again, he wasn't saving before. I don't know. He can't make it to the end, that's for sure.
Yeah, Rennet. With the way cautions are going, probably not going to have green flag stops, but definitely going to have to get some more fuel at one point. Finish this thing. Is this track over a mile and a half, or is it? It's like one.
No,
I believe it is
a mile and a third, 1.33 miles.
A 1.33. Okay.
A little bit shorter than last night track. There it is right there. Cal Hoff, and on the inside of him is Dude Love Carlisle in the 81 car. I kind of like that Dude Love. I don't know if he really, maybe that'll stick. You never know. We've been coming up with some funny nicknames lately, though. And right there, Cal Hoff. Big Henry gets a big jump on him right there, and he's going to pull away from the 88 and the 81 car. The 81 car trying to battle into second place, but Ballinger is hanging tight on the outside. But here comes Carlisle on the inside, and he's going to get the position further on. These guys are battling hard. Carlisle just wants to get a couple of green flag runs so he can go up and challenge the 63 car. I think Carlisle has a very fast car, and he's going to be able to challenge Cal Hoff if he can catch him. I think he's going to be able to. Further on in the back, you see the 22 car battling with the 26 car and the 35 car trying to get by. This is a big old gaggle of cars in the middle, not where you want to be. 2x2, even almost 3 wide with the 3 different lines. They're going to battle coming off the corner, and it's still going to be okay. On board right now with Nick Vasquez, Texas driver, going off into turns 3 and 4. You see him get down low. That's a sign that his car is handling well. And, he's not getting very aggressive on the throttle. I think that 22 car might be just saving a little bit.
Oof, that is tight there. See Stoltz drive up to the rear of Vasquez here. And Sheets gets shuffled down to the inside of her lane there. Vasquez is going to have some positioning, though. Looks like Stoltz is going to dive under the 22 here. Go back out of the car.
Either Vasquez is saving or he's got something wrong with his car, because the RPMs are not climbing very fast. That tells me that he's easing on and off the throttle. So maybe that 22 car playing a little possum. Oh no, maybe there's something wrong, because he just hammered the wall right there.
Keeping it rolling here. See a little bit of damage on the right side of that hood.
He don't look like, all of a sudden somebody just poked the bear. He looks kind of angry right now. I think he might be seeing red more from that rev limiter than anything else right now. Sliding up a little bit. That 35 car disappeared again. I don't know what happened to Vasquez. I don't know if he got put in the wall or if the car just jumped up and let go.
Net code between the 43 and 22.
Really?
Yep. It goes back to me saying, whenever there's an update for the car model, There's
Yep.
gonna be netcode, no matter
Yep.
what they do to it.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, you see,
Let that be
Stoltz-
known to. Yeah, let that be known to all the drivers. Maybe there should be an announcement next caution to them about how bad the netcode has been. We saw it at least twice. That would be the third time tonight that we've seen netcode almost ruin a guy's night, pretty much. 35 right now, battling on the outside.
Because Corey came over the radio and said it was netcode.
Stoltz able to clear Noah Hunt there. We had other battles closer up to the lead. 26 car riding behind the 99 car of Garth Griswold. Trying to get a pass done here.
Seems like some of these cars that were faster earlier kind of got stuck towards the back and can't work their way forward. You see Vasquez still dropping down. He's back into 13th spot as TK gets around him to take that position. He falls back even further. Now he's going to have Gibbons to deal with. Something is up with that 22 car. He slammed the wall with that netcode. There's, man, that hopefully we get a caution. It'll help him out, but there's no way he's going to be able to last the next 88 laps.
We have a car around on the front stretch. Michael
Oh.
Deitch facing towards the outside wall down the front stretch here.
And I think that was the 44 car that went through the infield.
That it was.
No, the 44.
Yeah, it looks like
Oh.
Lisby just decided
Nice.
to take the safe route there.
Oh, Lisby doing the old lawnmower at 190 miles an hour through the corner. That was awesome. That was. You guys have tried that before. You know how difficult that is to do. That's not easy to keep that car straight like that.
Yeah.
Especially going back up on the track.
Oh, yeah, I can tell you what he was saying, but I can't tell you what he was saying. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Except he was using
That's
a
the
different.
PG version.
Yeah, that is the PG version. Yes, it is.
And we'll back up just a bit. This is where Vasquez got up into the wall here. You see Stoltz on his inside here.
I don't know
Yeah.
that
Oh, I
that
don't-
first one. That first one might not have been netcode.
see if I can get a better view here. Looks like the 22
That's-
does get
that-
loose.
Get loose. The 22 does get loose and went up into the wall. Okay, yeah, there was no contact. That was close right there. The 22 starts to get a little bit loose right here. Yeah. Oh man, tough break for the 22. But you know what though? He didn't hit the wall very hard, so he should be able to fix the damage on that.
Yep, he's on pit road right now. You do see the damage on the right side of the front of that car.
His pit crew, obviously government workers, just standing there looking at each other, waiting for it to fix itself. Man, I remember when I used to work for the state, best part of the day was the 9 o'clock coffee break.
I had me a couple cups of coffee when I woke up this morning.
Well. No, we don't have a couple of cups. We saved that for the 10 o'clock break. Then we have 2 cups of coffee. And then the 11 o'clock break, we might get a little snack before the 12 o'clock hour break for lunch.
Mm.
Then we come back at 1 o'clock and we look at each other till 2 o'clock, take a break, come
Yes,
back at the end of the day and go home.
Cigarette break.
I'm just kidding. I actually worked for my pension. I could tell you guys some crazy stories about things that I've seen in the joint. Boy, wow, crazy. But whew, take us to the green, boys.
Pace car is off. Kalhoff will get this restart going here. Stephen Carlisle will be starting above him in P2, but Carlisle off to a great start on the inside row there. Bellinger falling behind him now, even with Carlisle on the outside.
Dude Love still working that outside lane, trying to get around Ballinger. We've seen net code pretty bad a couple of times tonight, so hopefully that's not going to rear its ugly head anymore.
You can only hope.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Vasquez getting loose was because he was so close to the other car. Maybe with the new update, it just makes it even worse.
Yeah.
But I'd really like to know if he was able to fix all his damage.
One car up into the wall. I think that was Griswold up into the wall there.
Was that Griswold or was that the car behind him? Was 67
car, which is Griswold there. But Corey Mott able to work his way around Garth to take top 5 position.
And we just had someone break into the 29s, Henrik Kalhoff.
Ooh, wow. And what's the track temperature?
88 degrees.
Yeah, so that's starting to cool off pretty good now. So that's the trend that continues. Then watch those speeds climb even faster, even higher. But Kalhoff is starting to pull away a little bit, up to over a half a second lead right now on Carlisle.
Stoltz and TK are right side by side. Looks like TK was able to get in and get that damage fix on the front splitter. So his car is showing a lot of pace. See Garth float way up the track, get some tight. I don't know if he was just letting them around or what, but he floats up the track, allowing the 8 and 43 to come through.
8 car working his way forward. Starting to see that 22 car work his way forward a little bit. Hopefully he got all that damage done. He's going to start battling with Johnson, who has had a rough night tonight.
Yep.
I think, didn't Zach have a bad night last night as well? I thought he was involved in one of the accidents.
I can't remember.
I don't remember if he was caught up in an accident last night or not.
Yeah. Somebody will remind us, I'm sure. Couple of fast cars that we saw last night. Unfortunate incidents tonight. They're further on back in the pack. You're starting to see the 35 car, Noah Hunt, work his way forward. He's breaking into that top 10. He's battling with Griswold in 9th position. Above him is the 67 of Salmon, Stoltz, and TK in the 6th spot.
68 around on the exit of 4. And the car is sideways on the front stretch, so caution will come out.
I was trying to let him get it back going and try to get it straight, but he went sideways, got to throw it.
Yeah. As you can hear, the brass pieces bouncing off the bodywork there. Man, tough break for him. Now, I don't know if... Yes, that just...
a low exit there.
Oh, yeah. The car just... Did you see how it just floated out? It, like, gives no warning whatsoever. It just kind of has grip and then it doesn't. I'd love to ask him about it, but I don't know if it's a good idea to bring him up right this minute. Now, Jonathan Ledger, wasn't he down 2 laps earlier? I think he got his laps back.
I think it was down to 5.
4 for right. He was way down.
Oh, wow.
Well, he's on the lead lap right now.
Man.
Good for him.
Jim Mott's gonna get the lucky dog, put him back 2 laps down
2
now.
laps. Yeah. Here he comes. You better be barking.
He was not.
Oh, that's a penalty. I wonder how he feels about this new car. When he catches up to the back of the pack, let's bring Jim Mott, Papa Mott himself, up into the booth. Fireball Jim.
Well, you said you want Jim Mott in the booth?
Yeah, is he going into the pits or is he still out there?
He's still out there. He's behind Lisby.
Yeah, so he cut up to the field?
Yep, just about.
All right, let's bring Jim Mott up in the booth.
Mr. Mott, you're in the booth.
Jim
You
Mott,
got
it's
us?
Bill up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Bill,
got
go
you.
ahead. Go ahead.
Nope.
He's here. Bill, go ahead.
Jim, you got us?
I got you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear you. I don't know. Bill can't hear you, but yeah, we're just gonna ask how the car's feeling.
Doesn't seem to be working.
No, the car's feeling great. It's just, you know, trying to get these laps back
Yep.
one at a time. 6 down, so now we're 2 down. So just keep after it. Do the best we can.
Yeah, I think Ledger was down numerous laps, and he's back on the lead lap now. So I'm sure we'll have plenty more cautions for you to get back to the lead lap and let all these crazy guys fight it out up front and see if we can steal some spots here.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm just trying to stay back and not going to damage anybody when any incident pops up. So that's what I'm trying to do. So
Yep, I
see how
saw
it
when
plays
that big
out, I guess.
that big one happened. You basically had to park it there, but yeah, good job staying out of the guys sideways down the backstretch. But we'll add you back to your channel, and good luck for the rest of the race, Jim.
Great, thanks a lot.
That was Jim Mott, father of the boss man who runs all of these leagues, Corey Mott. Just trying to keep the car clean and make it to the end. Pace car is off. We are coming back to green here. Carlisle will be in charge of the restart, I believe. Is it Carlisle or Bellinger? It's Carlisle, because he's off to a great start on the outside there. Got a couple car lengths past the rest of the field here. Caleb Sheets also on the outside row getting a great start. He's going to try to clear the 88 here through turns 1 and 2. 77 and 43 of Stoltz almost getting into each other mid-corner. And now TK is looking underneath. The 77 thinks better of it. Slots in behind Corey there to make it through 3 and 4. Oh, Sheets gets loose, and he actually gets tagged in the back by the 88 of Bellinger up into the outside wall. Still rolling, so no caution, though the field is starting to stack up behind. But back up front now, Bellinger and Stoltz. Oh, Corey Mott around. Corey Mott's around the 8 car also.
There it is.
Sliding sideways down the backstretch grass there. And caution is now out. So saw some drama there on the exit of 4. And then as we went down the front stretch, cars were bunched up through 1 and 2 and just not enough space there on the exit of 2. And Corey Mott goes around. We'll take a quick look there, see exactly what happened.
Well, I don't know what happened, but Jim Mott got pulled in the booth and I got kicked out of the booth. I didn't hear anything that he said.
Oh, that was weird. Yeah, we heard you. We still heard you. I don't know why you couldn't hear Jim, but let's see. Let's go on board with TK here. See Tyler Krozak behind. 77 gasses up.
Oh, the 77 broke loose, came down.
Yep.
Man, we talked about TK a lot last night in the positive manner. Tonight, I think his check must have bounced to the broadcast booth because he has had nothing but bad luck tonight.
Well, I mean, you see the 77
Yeah.
have to kind of check up for the 43 because he's to the outside of him, and then the
And I think
8
that's
is underneath the 77, so just all kind of converging there on the exit, just not enough space.
I wonder if that was net code or if it was just. That's the second time tonight we've seen them 3 wide or guys get close to 3 wide. Let's see if they touch here.
Yeah, I mean, the 43, he could be up tight to the wall, but I mean, obviously exiting the corner.
No,
It's
They
hard.
didn't. No, TK did not touch him. No.
Yep.
With
think he
the
came around.
trajectory line, though, he would have on that one for sure.
Yeah.
But Mott and NTK able to keep it out of any hard structure, so their car should be okay.
All right.
But obviously going to be shuffled back here. So it looks like Mott's still in the pits here.
Yeah, he was using the bathroom and all that.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not going to go there. But Jim Mott is back to just 1 lap down right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just talking with him. His main goal was to get back on the lead lap, and that's just 1 lap closer.
Yeah. I wanted to ask him, what he thought of the new car from the old car, and I don't know if anybody did.
I asked him. He said, "What did he say?" I can't even remember what he said. Yeah, I can't. I can't even remember what he said about the new car. But I was quick to ask him what his strategy was for the end of this thing. But yeah, he was just trying to get back to the lead lap and stay out of the wrecks, because obviously if you have any incident,
Yeah.
you're lucky dog, you get it nulled.
So now we have Carlisle and Ballinger. 2 new guys towards the front. Stoltz and Salmon behind him. Stoltz, gee, no big surprise. Stoltz is up there in the 3rd spot. And now the 67, having a little bit better run than last night. He's doing very well here, getting towards the end of this race.
Yep, and it looks
Deitch.
like the 57 at Deitch
well,
actually went in for
absolutely.
tires, so he's going to have fresh tires on this restart. As well as
Mhm.
Noah Hunt
Notice-
and Griswold.
And there we go. And Dude Love gets a little bit better jump on the outside, but Ballinger doesn't really let him get away that far. And all of a sudden, Stoltz is going to come charging on the outside to make it too wide.
Yeah,
We just saw this
67 is
happen
there too,
before.
underneath Stoltz.
Yeah, those guys keep it straight, and they're going to battle down the back straightaways. And you saw Ballinger off the wall.
Deitch into the outside wall hard.
What happened there?
I saw in the corner of my screen still shoot across. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but I saw still shoot across the track. Let's see.
Did he just move up on him and they didn't have enough room? Oh.
I'm not sure.
Stoltz was to shoot to the inside, misjudged space, and slightly right hooked him.
And so exiting 2 here, you see Bellinger in front of the 43 car at the bottom of your screen. Stoltz just shoots across, swipes the 88's rear there, 88 hard into the outside wall. And obviously
man.
that started the chain of events here. Bellinger sliding back in front of Deitch, who just got onto the brake a little heavy, causing the car to get upset and head up into the outside wall, collecting Garth Griswold in the 99 there.
That happened to me the other night. I did somewhat very similar maneuver, did a crossover, and just misjudged and barely caught the back bumper of the car in front of me. I did the exact same thing as what just happened. Oh, I hate that. And again, that's one of those that's not intentional whatsoever, and you know he feels bad about it.
Yeah. I mean, if you pull it off, you look cool, but if you do that, then you kind of look like a clown. But
Wait a minute.
we've all been there.
Wait, whoa, go back up a couple of cars. Go back up. Okay, there's a 63 car. One more car. Go up one more. Is that the 44 car?
It is, yeah.
The only thing
Yep.
that hasn't happened to that 44 car tonight is him getting pulled over by the state police. He has had cars come down on him, cars come up on him. He's had birds fly into his windshield. I think he even hit a deer on the back straight. His luck has been horrible. All of a sudden, he's up into second spot.
Yeah, and the 22 car who we saw go into the outside wall, exiting 2, is back up to he'll be starting on the inside front row inside.
Yep.
With
Yep.
fresh tires too, so not completely fresh, but right before that last caution he went in and got tires. So
60 something laps to go right now, so it's gonna be a battle. And I think it's what, 70 laps or 73 laps is the maximum you can go on a full tank here. Does that sound correct?
Yeah, probably something around there. Yep.
And I think it's a little bit longer than last night. But Vasquez got caught shuffled in the back. Now he's moving his way forward. His tires are fairly fresh. He doesn't have that many laps on him, but hopefully all that damage is fixed. It's got to be.
Yep, pace car's off. Entering the Echo Park restart zone. We're off again. Noah Hunt with a great jump on the outside there. And it looks like Henry Calhoff already looking to the inside of the 22, not going to be able to get him get up to his quarter before the corner there.
Vasquez able to move up on that 35 car. Yep, watch this, folks. This is only a matter of time before that 22 car gets around that 35. I think he's handling it a lot better than 35 is. 35 is fast, but I don't think he's going to be able to outrun the 22. I think he's going to prove me wrong. Oh, look out. Yeah, just
Ray
ran him
Gill
over.
Getting sideways. A couple cars sideways through mid corner there, but able to get him rolling again. But caution comes out yet again. Our 17th caution.
Yeah, you know, he was tailgating like a soccer mom on the way to Zumba class. He was right up on the back bumper there, and these guys here looked like the 45 car. Zach just kind of locked it up, had no other choice. The car came around on him. Yeah, there it is. The 67 and the, was that the 90, 66 get together there?
Yeah, it looks like 67. Like Salmon had to check up for Corey. Let's see.
Yeah, and got sideways when he hit the brakes. Cut will brake sideways, and then 66 just has nowhere to go. And then the 45 car just under braking. Goes to show you how sensitive these cars are when you're entering a corner with brake. Too much brake, that thing will snap around on you. He had to give it more brake. Why? Because he didn't want to hit the car in front of him. More brake on entry is not a good thing. Makes that rear end come right around on you.
Yep, and Chimma actually was back on the lead lap that restart there, and now he's gonna be able to
come
in
and get
fresh tires. So
I meant to say that.
Back to square one here.
Good for Jim. I hope he can hear me. If Mrs. Mott is listening, give Jimmy Boy a big kiss on the lips for me. Well, we have some fast cars mid-pack right now. TK, Salmon, Cobra Kai is back there. And Jonathan Ledger, who was 4 laps down, is up to 13th position right now. Wow. That's pretty impressive, that 28 car. 4 laps down and has fought his way back. Wow. Wow, that's pretty impressive, gotta admit. And then, you know, you gotta put Jim Mott is gonna be right up there, a couple of spots behind him in 15th spot. He was 3 laps down, and that was what, 25 laps ago?
Yeah. Yeah, it's something like that.
Never give up. It doesn't matter, just never give up. Unless you're like me and money shift coming out of the pits at Talladega.
You didn't give up. Your transmission gave up.
Well, my transmission, I done bloated it up.
Actually, I don't know. What's damaged more when you money shift, your transmission or your
Yeah, I think it
your
just
engine?
blows everything. It just
Everything.
it told me
That's why
when
it's
you
called
hear
the
the
money shift.
when you hear the crew chief say that you got a lot of damage to that engine, you know it's not going to be good. But we're
Yeah.
getting ready to go green one more time. Pace car is off. Noah Hunt, Vasquez on the front row. Let's see if Vasquez can get a little bit better start than last time. I think Vasquez likes to restart on that higher line. Much better start than last time, but you know what? The 63 car is going to be able to follow the 35, and they're going to go nose to tail going off into turns 1 and 2. That's going to put Vasquez side by side with them on the inside, which not where I'd want to be on a restart on colder tires. Vasquez is still not going to give up. He's battling hard with Calhoff. They're not going to give up. They're going to be side by side one more time going into the corner. Looking like the Blue Angels getting close. No advantage for either one. Calhoff comes real close to that wall, and they're still battling, and it's going to be the 22 at the line, just barely. And Calhoff is going to move forward going into the corner. Noah Hunt's loving all this as he's starting to pull away a little bit. Behind him, Dude Love, Carlisle in that 81 car is starting to catch up, and so isn't the 77 of Mott. Here comes TK in that 8 car. He moves up into 6th spot. Stoltz is behind him. Hunt still watching Vasquez and Calhoff battle real hard behind him. Vasquez this time is going to take the corner, and he's going to take off now. Finally gets clear in about 4 car lengths. That killed the momentum of Calhoff, and now he's going to be in a battle with Dude Love on the outside.
Yep. Vasquez doing well to hold on and eventually
we
clear
got a
Calhoff.
caution.
But yeah, caution's out again.
Lisby was sideways, so it was kind of between him and Gill.
Oh, dirt tracking it. Oh, you know, it's gotta be me. I was just talking about how good it was to see him out front. It looks like the 66 car just kind of washed right up into the door of the 44. I think it's that paint job that he's running, that carbon fiber. He needs to put some spice into that. Maybe it's the paint job that's unlucky.
So caution out again, lap 132 of 188. We'll see if we'll have anybody come down pit road, because I think you can make it here if you pit, but you might have been able to make it last time too, right? Last pit stop or last caution.
Yeah, that would have been real close.
You have a couple takers, Caleb Sheets, who we saw involved in that wreck earlier, as well as Bellinger. We had a ton of front end damage on that 88 car.
Yeah, by the time we go green, we're probably going to have about 50, a little more than 50 laps to go, you think?
54.
53, 54 laps to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all the
Yeah,
cars that
wow.
came into the pit
Oh,
have damaged
it,
Deitch, who we saw hard to the outside wall. Looks like his car's not too bad.
not in the front. Deitch
Yeah,
has not had good luck tonight.
Yeah,
that
he's
thing's
4 laps down.
looking okay. Yeah, 4 laps down though. So hey, but I mean, with the way the cautions are rolling, I
You'll
don't
get
know.
him back
Yeah.
because everybody else has.
Yeah, is there anyone else laps down other than him?
Nope.
Just Griswold, but he's still in the pits.
Yeah. So and Griswold had a lot of damage still to go on his car. He had significant right side damage towards the front. And
See Vasquez elect to start on the inside again.
inside, yeah.
He was in a little bit of a brawl on the start of that last restart with Kalhoff up top.
And he cleared him.
Yeah, he eventually cleared him. Don't know if you'd have better luck starting on the outside, but I guess he liked that inside restart there.
Well,
I see that as a mixed bag of inside outside being the same on launches.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes it's better to be right behind the leader as far as getting a good jump than you can't really see him too well out of your side window, but
yeah.
Well, let's see if he can get a better read on that 35 car right now. Coming down, trying to get the green flag one more time, waiting for the pace car to take a left-hand turn. Go down to the pit area. There we go in that Ford, Toyota, Dodge, Honda thing.
we'll go on board for the restart here with Kalhoff.
Here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, he tried to get the start. Tried to jump the start, had to back off, and was able to recover. He's going to be able to take off from the. Oh, not quite clear the 22. 22 is going to have a good rip coming off the bottom line right there. Vasquez is the only car we've seen to really be able to hook up, coming off of the corners, and he's going to stay side by side with him. And that's not going to be good for Kalhoff. That does not make his car happy. And this is a replay of what we saw before. And now all of a sudden, Dude Love wants to be a player. Hunt got loose, backed up, and now we've got a calamity.
Oh, and Vasquez around mid-corner.
Oh, no.
Luckily, able to keep it out of the wall, but that car was completely sideways and looks like he has some damage to that left side there.
Yeah, that car just took off on him. It seemed like it was on the inside and just starts taking off on him. And the 63 car got real close to him, but the 63 car didn't hit him. The 22 just kind of broke loose there. Watch this. See it right there? He's already starting to get loose. So that car just is taking off on him. Look at that. And poor Henry Kalhoff just closed his eyes and held his breath like the rest of us would have done. Just prayed that he didn't touch him. But wow, that was a close call right there. And unfortunately, Corey Mott got into him. And that was really the only thing. You know, if they had really made the damage more than what it is, that would have sent the 22 up, and both of those cars' nights would have been done, but they're not dead yet. See the 22 car coming in. Don't know if he has another set of tires, but he's probably going to need to get some damage repaired. And we have Lisby in the 44 car. He's 4 laps down. Deitch is 6 laps down. So Deitch is not going to be able to make up those laps. Lisby, however, might be able to get one back here. Nope, it is. Yeah, it
Lee
is
was
Deitch,
not on the
right?
track when
No.
the caution came out, so it goes to Deitch.
Oh, okay. Deitch. Okay. All right. I got real confused right there. Like I said, I'm not the sharpest light bulb in the drawer.
You mean the brightest light bulb in the drawer, not the sharpest?
Oh boy. Out front, Mr. Hunt, that 35 car leading the pack. Behind him, Dude Love in the 81 car. Kalhoff in the 63. Stoltz and TK. TK, who was back in 18th spot not that long ago, moved his way forward again. A lot of these guys have come front to back a few times. Johnson back up to 9th spot. Good to see him being able to recover. And he might have had a lot of damage and it's just taken this long to repair because he seems to be a lot more racy than he was a few laps before.
Yep, and Noah Hunt doing a good job of keeping it out front, though he got a little bit loose going down the front stretch. It looked like allowing the second and third place cars to get bunched up behind him, which really ultimately led to the caution coming out. But best finish for Noah Hunt was at Martinsville, finished P2. That race was very ugly race, so be good to get a strong finish for the 35 car here tonight. But Carlisle will be starting on the inside of him. Kalhoff will be starting just behind him. And the 43 will be starting on the inside, second row.
Close your eyes right now. Take a guess who's in 4th spot. Take a guess. Mr. Stoltz back into 4th. If we had a special prize for the most 4th place finishes, it's going to be to Josh Stoltz.
Yep, pace car is off, waiting on the 35 to get us going here again. Rolling into the restart zone. It's a good jump. Wow. Kalhoff right on his tail, pushing him down the front stretch there. Kalhoff is actually going to look on the inside, clearing Carlisle, and he's going to move ahead to the race lead here. Oh. So great move by Kalhoff there on the restart to take second and third position in one corner.
Goodbye, Henry. If Dude Love can catch him, that's going to be a fight. But right now, that 35 is a sitting duck. He's kind of stuck on the outside lane. Still not clear of the 81 yet. They're going to battle a little bit, but this battle is futile. And as they run side by side, there goes Kalhoff stretching that car length out. Now he's got a few car lengths. Pretty soon it's going to be half a second because they are still battling. And behind them, you see one car there darting back and forth. I think that was the 67 who's diving in behind Stoltz. And Stoltz is just sitting there waiting. We'll see who he's going to battle out of the fight in front of him. I would think that he would be wanting to get a little bit closer to them in front, but I don't know if he's having a car trouble or what. Handling? There's something up with Stoltz's car. He's just not as fast as I'd like to see him, unless he's saving. Do you think he's saving at this point, or do you think maybe there's something he just can't get past him?
I think he's just saving.
Yeah, he's not too hard off the throttle. Yeah, he's not shifting through those gears like a madman. I think he is just kind of taking it easy right now. I think he wants to keep a safe distance from those cars in front of him, because if they do collect each other or they touch and one goes in the wall, you know, he's going to have a little bit of time to react to it. So, but behind him, TK is moving in a little bit closer, so he's got to keep an eye on that 8 car. Cobra Kai is behind him in the 68 car. He's battling with Salmon in 67. We got battles all over the place. Now you got the 22 car. Vasquez is moving up, and he's battling with the 45 for the 9th spot.
Yeah, this battle for P2 is allowing Henry Kalhoff to pull ahead to about 3/4 of a second now.
Yeah.
Noah Hunt and Carlisle running side by side for about 3 laps.
Ooh, man, did he come close to that outside? But Cal Hoff is loving it. Oh yeah, look at that. That 35 car is starting to drift up even higher, especially off an exit. That 81 car is gonna be able to get so close. Almost thought about doing a slide job and thought better of it. It was a good thing because that would have been bad for both of them. But I think at the exit here, no, man, he just can
Hunt's
get.
holding tight on that outside.
Yeah, he's much better off 3 and 4 than he is 1 and 2. The 81 car can get a much better entry and exit off of 1 and 2 than he can. Look at that. He's going to clear him right here.
Yep.
And now watch how much he catches up to him in 3 and 4. Unless he takes it easy and makes me look like a liar, which he does. Thanks, Noah.
Noah up into the wall, actually.
Whoa!
See, Noah's tires were
the
actually
wall.
older than Carlisle. He was running the outside, so that's how he was able to keep a lot of that speed. But I think if he's not careful, he's going to overheat those tires, and it's going to be pretty tight for the rest of the run.
Yeah, and right now he's in some trouble because he's about to get passed again by the number 8 car. There he dives on the inside, downshifts, grabbing another gear, get those RPMs up as you ease onto the throttle, and he's going to get by him. TK, oh, not quite by him. Hunt is, man, Hunt is a strong character as far as trying to catch up with him and pass him. Finally gets it done in turns 1 and 2. And that's going to put him back into 5th spot. TK up to 4th. And Stoltz, I can't believe I'm saying that he's in 3rd. Anything but 4th at this point is what he wants to finish, as long as it's in front of him. Everybody kind of spreading out a little bit, nose to tail. Got a pretty good gap between Carlisle and Stoltz. I don't know how much time he's going to have to catch him. And Cal Hoff had moved out to about almost a 2nd lead. And as we see right now, Carlisle, dude, love. He's starting to catch Cal Hoff and make a race of this. Oh man, the cars are starting to slip and slide further on in the pack right there. 22 of Vasquez has moved up in the 9th spot now. In front of him is Cabarrubia. He's up in the 8th spot. Gill has moved up in the 7th. Good run for him.
You see
Noah
the 67 of Salmon here to the outside of Noah Hunt. Hunt's right rear getting into the left front of Jay's car there, though. Looks like they're able to keep it pointing straight. Now Ray Gill looking underneath the 35 here. So Noah Hunt trying to hold on to as many spots as you can, getting attacked from all sides. But Jay's able to move ahead of him, but Ray is still behind him here going down the front stretch.
Salmon moving up another position. He's in 5th. You know, we can make him a little French driver and call him Salmon. Yeah, he's not going to like that one. I can hear him yelling at me already. All right, I'll shut up. In front of him, he's trying to catch up to that 8 car.
And
Behind him, though, you see everybody's struggling to get by that 35
Noah
car.
Hunt lose. Oh, no, sorry, that's not Noah Hunt. That's who was that?
Covarrubia.
Covarrubia loose on the front stretch there.
Again, I just said his name. You know, it's got to be me. It has got to be me.
See him underneath Ray Gill there. Car just not happy with that low of an exit of 4.
Yeah, Gill kind of slowed him down a little bit right there, and yeah, I don't think that 68 car liked that too much. It just made him crazy loose. The fact that he didn't slide up and take out the front straightaway right there wall with that car is impressive. I don't even know if I want to try these cars. They just look like a handful. I'd be interested to see.
Oh, we have a wreck on the back stretch. What is going on?
The 67 of Salmon.
Oh no.
It's TK in the 67. What happened?
No, Jay tapped the brakes and just slow when he was slowing down, and it just hooked right on him.
Oh,
Oh no, he swerved left to avoid it.
oh
TK.
man.
Oh wow.
Oh,
We know Jay's kicking himself in the ass for that one.
oh man. And who was I just joking about? Who was I just joking about? Salmon. And here it is. It is me. I'm not going to mention any more drivers' names, folks. I'm just going to sit back and say that car and this car.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Oh, that is heartbreaking for both of those
And then he parks
guys.
it behind him, doesn't let him back out.
Well, depending on what kind of screen he has, he may not be able to see it.
I know.
I mean, I'm trying to keep the peace. I don't know what else to say. Maybe it was a Mustang Chevy thing. I don't know. Well, look who's back out front.
It looks like Vasquez is back out front now. We had a lot of guys actually go down pit lane there.
Now we have 34 laps to go.
Looks
I
like
don't know how
everyone
many
from
laps.
third position back went down pit lane. Zach and Nick, only 2 guys to stay out. So
How many laps does Dick have?
Nick last pitted lap 137. So what is that? 20 laps or a little bit less than
Yeah,
20?
so he's gonna have to go 50 some laps. He has plenty of tire, but when you have the other guys behind you with new tires coming up, especially on this track with a tire where, I think, what did you say, Ryan? That it was 4 laps, or somebody said 4 laps, it was down 4% or something like that.
Well, it was down
Well,
almost 8%.
Yeah, 8% after 4 laps. So, but that was only on a restart, right? Wasn't that, or just
There's practice.
or was it prior? Oh, okay, I thought they said something about a restart, but so this track is definitely more evasive as more than it was last night when we were at Charlotte. So we'll see if that 22 car can hold on. He's good at saving. Right now, he's going to need to be a jackrabbit, but he is restarting on that outside lane where he had those great restarts at the beginning of this race. Let's see if he can get one on Kalhoff.
Yeah,
Green flag is out.
Again with a good restart, dive into the inside of that start finish, trying to take the least amount of distance to turns 1 and 2, and he's side by side with the 22, bumping each other into each other's doors down the backstretch here.
Yeah, Vasquez came all the way down the track and got into his door.
I don't know if the 63 car came up to him initially and they just kind of touch each other, but right now these guys are battling a little bit too hard, and that 22 car needs to hold his temper a little bit. Just relax. Wasn't intentional. You guys are battling hardcore at the end of the race. Just relax. Here comes Dude Love to make a 3-car battle right now. He's up there in that 3rd spot. He's watching this battle in front of him. He'd love to be the receiver of a gift given to him if something happens to these 2 cars in front of him, that they're battling like that. But right now you're starting to see Kalhoff pull away a little bit, and Vasquez is starting to get into the clinches of Dude Love. Dude Love looking which direction to go. He's going to try the high line, and he's going to get a great run on Vasquez coming out of that corner. Going to go down. Oh, just barely scrapes the wall. He has a massive run coming on to turns 3 and 4. But here comes Vasquez on the inside, not giving up. On the outside, Dude Love is able to get on the gas a little bit sooner. He's going to drift up to the wall. Huge battle coming off the corner. He's just going to barely edge him out. Almost clears him going into turns 1 and 2. Vasquez is going to have to drop back into the 3rd spot. Not so bad so far. He's got plenty of time to move forward, but remember, those tires are old. The guys behind him, their tires are newer. They're going to start coming up and catching him, and that's where he might have a problem. His car, as we said earlier, doesn't seem to be working as well in traffic as it was at the beginning of the race when he was all by himself with all that clean air. So that could be a problem for that 22 tonight. Up front, Kalhoff still pulling away a little bit. Carlisle trying to chase him down, close that gap a little bit. Vasquez not giving up, though. He's trying to fight back, and here comes Stoltz to challenge Vasquez. In what positions is Stoltz? Say it with me. 4th. And look who's behind him. The 45 car is Zach Johnson, battled his way up to 5th spot right now. And Sheets is right behind him. Those two cars we've seen get beat up a couple of times tonight. It's surprising to see them at the end of this thing towards the front. Surprised to see them racing at all, never mind towards the front of this thing. They're battling with Noah Hunt right now. This is a pretty good 4-car battle. And, oh, man, those cars get a little bit squirrely coming off the corner there. They're going to get side by side with the 45 of Johnson getting hung out to dry. And here comes Stoltz on the inside, and he's going to try to drag the 35 with him. But the 35 is going to have to pedal a little bit, and he's not going to get him cleared. He's going to have to fall back in line. Up front, and still Kalhoff, Carlisle, Stoltz, and Vasquez. Carlisle closing that gap just a little bit more. Right next to him now. These guys are going to battle even harder pretty soon. Man, I'm looking at the times these guys are running. The track temperature has gone down to, what's the track temp right now?
85.
All right, so track temp definitely cooled off. Starting to see the time creep up just a little bit. I don't know if there's a lot more grip. Look how black the line is now. You see a lot of that cement or concrete, whatever you want to call it, cement, concrete, depending on where you are. You see how that line has gotten a lot bigger, that dark spot. You know, it tells you that there's a lot more grip to the track, a lot more rubber on the track. A lot more grip actually slows the car down a little bit. Get a little bit more friction. So those times, lap times are creeping up just a little bit. As the track cools down, it will get faster, but we have 25
Zach
laps
Johnson
to go.
through the infield.
Oh, hang on to it, Zach.
I swear, because I seen him coming back off the grass towards the track.
Yeah, no, it was, yeah, that was definitely, you know, a car gets so slow that when he gets back on the track accelerating, he's not going to accelerate as fast as you want him to be, and it's going to cause other issues later on. So, trying everything he can to hold on to it. Man, you know, see what happens here? Does he get touched?
It might have just been the air.
Air, and was that because he had both cars get side by side behind him?
Trying to see if I have a good angle. That's not a good angle.
Well, let's go on board with who was that blue car? Was that
68? That is Cobra, right? I don't know if he ever touches him.
I think that the two cars got behind him, and it took the wind off the back of his car, and he wiggled, and that little wiggle was just enough of a pause for him to get into the back of him. I don't know if I don't think he ran him over. I think that we'll see.
Oh yeah, he did touch him.
He checked up, but he didn't react fast enough. So
you can't react fast enough on that.
No,
but he did check. Yeah, he did check up. That's a racing one.
Now we see the 22 come down pit lane. Some kind of got shuffled back several spots there in the restart just because his tires were a tiny bit older than the guys behind him on the restart. But he will have fresh tires coming back out onto the track though. Only about 20 laps left by the time we go green here.
Well, I just want to say, if you go into the NASCAR Hall of Fame, up on the second floor, where they have the race simulator, they also have the pit stop simulator. The pit stop simulator, you have a car and one person acts like he changes the tire the way it's set up. You'd understand how it is. You do the lug nuts, pull the tire back, it resets. You got to pull it forward, do it all again. and the other guy does the jack and the gas. Zach and I went up against Corey Mott and Nick Vasquez. And Mr. Zach and I spanked them by 4 seconds. Spanking. That's a spanking. That's not even close. So I just want to, let everybody know that.
Yeah.
So everybody knows, that we spanked them. Me and Zach spanked them good. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Have I mentioned that it was a lot of fun? I think I might have mentioned it a couple of times. Now, earlier I was asked by Ryan what I thought was going to be the over-under on cautions. I said 16. That was 21st caution. I can't believe it. Doesn't seem like we've had that many.
Yeah, last several races have been very green, so definitely guys still getting used to these new rides. But also just none of them really running setups they're used to, just coming in tonight kind of blind to how the car was going to behave.
Yeah. Track's changing as well, so once they finally caught the car to where they liked it, then the track changes on you. And I'm not sure what the record is this year for cautions. Wasn't it 21?
I know it was at Martinsville. I can't remember how many.
A lot. 20 laps to go this time by. Kalhoff gets a great jump on the inside. Carlisle just seemed to spin his tires. He just didn't get going. Behind him is Sheets in that Budweiser baseball card, trying to push him away. Fell back just a little bit. They're going to get a good momentum run. Oh, you see Sheets just touched the wall right there, trying to stay into the draft as they head off into turns 3 and 4, and he's going to fall back 2 positions right there, as Mott is one of those cars going to get underneath him. There they go, starting to straight out right now for the back of the pack. You saw 2 wide there, and another car aggressively changed lanes. Not sure what was going on there. There they are right there. That's Vasquez. The 22
Vasquez
car.
again. Up into the
Oh,
outside
man.
wall.
The 67.
Ledger gets into him.
The
Ledger was on the
60,
brakes.
yeah, the 67 car started to slide up the track and got into the door of Vasquez, sending him around. I think just went in too hot and just moved right up on him. So let's rewind that just a little bit if we can. Now, who's that behind him? If we can go on board with the 35 car, we're going to catch everything. Now you see right there,
Car, Noah Hunt.
Noah Hunt. Now watch the car on the inside lane move up,
Oh, it
just
was
kind of
Salmon.
drift up. Yeah, Salmon drifted up and caught the 22. You can see Salmon still trying to hang on to the car. And man, did Hunt catch a break right there. He just snuck by, but look where Salmon is. Look how low on the track he is entering the corner. Just watch. That car's just going to slide right up into the 22.
Yeah, just clips the 22, barely sending him out towards the wall.
I'm wondering now, you saw the 68 car check up a little bit. I'm wondering if the 67, seeing the other car check up, had to hit his brakes a little bit more, and that's what sent him up into the track. Sent him up the track. So Vasquez, who was a dominant car in the first half of this, cannot catch a break. And here comes
Yeah, just tough spot to be in. The only thing I could say is maybe turn down the track, but just easier said than done there.
Don't think it's a good time to bring that 22 car up into the booth.
Oh, Carlisle
He's
into
locked.
the outside wall. I don't know if he's having some
Oh no,
rig
dude,
issue.
love. Did he get a penalty?
Mechanical failure.
Oh, did his car break or did his?
His wheel probably shut off on him.
Oh no.
Eesh.
Oh, that is heartbreaking. That is absolutely heartbreaking.
That's why you buy once, cry once, folks.
Oh. Well, I'll be honest with you, that doesn't really mean much as well because my Fanatec, which I spent good money on, that disconnected a couple of times on
Yeah.
me during the race. So I made an upgrade to Moza, and you know what? Don't have that issue.
Oh, his iRacing crashed.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Oh man, poor dude, love.
Yeah, he's not even in
Does
his
he?
stall anymore.
Can somebody reach out to him, see if he likes the new nickname with the paint job? We call him Dude Love all night long. I call him Dude Love. I love it. I love that paint job.
All right,
2 by 2.
16 laps to go. Pace car is turning off on the pit lane. Hopefully we'll get this thing wrapped up here soon. Cal Huff on the inside row with a good jump. He's going to dive the car down to the bottom of the start finish as he always does on restarts here.
Wow.
Couple cars fanning out behind him. 26 of Caleb Sheets driven now back up to second spot with Stoltz just above him, Corey Mott behind them.
Yeah, look who's in that 6th spot. Gibbon, the 8 car. He's battling forward, battling hard.
And Stoltz actually able to make the pass on the 26 with the momentum he gained on the outside there through 1 and 2. So Stoltz up to second spot, Sheets third, Mott fourth, and Ray Gill top 5 currently up 8 spots. Has some tight racing back here. Have Cobra with Hunt just behind him. And Vasquez already back up to P8 there after that spill there into the outside wall.
Yeah, I think he might be a little hot under the collar. And, that wasn't Salmon's fault. I mean, sometimes it just happens. I really think the 67 checked up for the car in front of him, and that's what sent him up the track. If you have to hit your brakes a little bit hard and you got your brake bias leaning towards the back, that's going to push the car up into the corner, and that's going to do exactly what happened to Nick Vasquez. Gets him to the door and sends him around. That's just a horrible, tough break.
Yeah, Noah Hunt and Cobra, they're almost coming together on the exit. Looks like they're able to keep it out of each other, but these guys are all over each other and have the 22 right behind them.
Cal Huff trying to pull away a little bit, almost a half second over Stoltz. Sheets, Mott, and Gill, they're all battling up front there. Yeah, Cobra Kai, he's back up in the 6th spot.
2 laps ago, Kalhoff actually set the fastest lap of the race, so he's flying around this track right now.
Yeah, we got 5 cars that have dipped into the 29s.
Yeah, that's pretty fast right there. Kalhoff had the fastest lap previously, so no big surprise that he decided to set the bar a little bit higher.
Crossing the line this time, 10 laps to go here at Nashville Super Speedway. Just about done with a 300-mile race. Kalhoff ahead by about half a second, and a gaggle of cars here fighting for P2. Stoltz currently in that 2nd spot, though. Caleb Sheets all over his rear bumper right now.
And yeah, he is breathing down his neck, and he can feel it.
And Stoltz actually has never finished better than 4th position, so a podium would definitely be a great finish for the 43 car.
I just want to say that you jinxed it if something happens, but right now, caution comes out.
Yeah, sheets got loose, but there's
26.
actually other issues in the back. Have a couple cars sliding across
Oh,
the grass here on the back stretch.
again.
Ray Gill got loose. Looks like he may have touched the apron.
See Ray Gill here in the 66. No, it doesn't touch the apron, just the car gets loose and heavy impact there for Cobra, and Noah Hunt also having to check up there.
Oh, man.
Heavy damage to 35
Yeah,
of Noah Hunt.
Koba Rubia had nowhere to go on that one.
No, and you know what, man? I can tell you right now, there's one guy who's not very happy. Oh, wow. That was a lot harder than I thought. Hunt has been one of the fastest cars all night and just always gets caught up in somebody else's mess.
See Vasquez able to squeak through here. The C's part might have got a tiny bit of a tap on the left rear there, but for the most part, I think Vasquez was able to get through.
That was pretty impressive. I do believe that we now have set the record for the most cautions.
No,
No, I thought it was.
we had quite a bit at Martinsville.
Yeah, but I don't think we had this many. Who knows? I can't remember that long ago.
I can look at the race report after the race.
7 laps to go. Don't forget, green, white, and checkers. I hate to say it.
Yeah, them are a thing. I believe it's unlimited attempts at that.
Yes, it is. Now, by the time we go green, it's going to be 5 laps to go.
Martinsville had 25 cautions.
25 cautions. Okay, so we're almost there. We didn't know this was going to happen. We did call it last night. New car, you know, with the track updates and everything that was going to happen. We knew this was going to be a difficult race.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we called it. You know, I said, you know, the over-under was 16, and, well...
Yep, coming to choose cone here. By the time we go green, we'll have a 5-lap shootout to conclude this race here at Nashville. But Kalhoff electing to start on that bottom row. Stoltz will be starting P2 up top. And then Caleb Sheets on the bottom. Corey Mott just above him there. A couple of other cars we've seen come and go tonight. The 88 Bellinger, 45 of Zach Johnson, all up towards the front of this thing, hoping to steal some spots here coming to the checkered.
Now, we've seen that 77 car have a little bit of trouble on some of these restarts. Beside him is Sheets. If he can get a decent restart and keep up with them, you're going to have a 4-car battle. But if Sheets gets by him, I think those 3 cars, 63, 43, the 26, that is going to be your battle. Don't know how good Corey Mott's car is. We've seen him kind of have some trouble earlier. Not sure if he's loose. He didn't like it earlier, so we'll see what he's got. He's going to have to let it all hang out now, coming to it 6 laps to go, coming to the green flag, going to the restart zone. We'll see what happens here. Kalhoff on that bottom line gets a good jump. Sheets is trying to get by him.
Yeah, Stoltz is going to have a lot of speed through 1 and 2 here. He's going to try to clear the 26 coming down the backstretch. And caution's out again.
And we have
already.
another caution.
Oh, we have some impacts in the back there. Noah Hunt and Ledger getting into each other towards the outside wall, and Jim Mott riding the wall down the backstretch. Might have gotten some damage there too.
And this is going to be our first green, white, checkered.
Yeah, Jim just went too hot in turn 1 and
Yeah, just
cleaned out.
And then came down into Ledger, and was that Noah Hunt?
No, came down into Ledger, and Ledger came down into Hunt.
Ooh, Kalhoff, Sheets, Stoltz, and Mott. I think the pace car is going to win most laps led tonight.
For sure.
24 cautions for 184 yellow laps. Wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. Seems like last night's race went by pretty quick. Tonight's race, well, it's just a little bit longer. Although last night's race went till just about 11 o'clock, didn't it?
I don't think it did. But again, the session did go up a little later than what we had planned.
Yeah.
Don't look now, but next caution, Carlisle's gonna be back on the lead lap.
Yeah. And he was just 3 laps down.
Yeah, after our racing decided to crash on him.
Crash on him. Can you imagine if? Well, unfortunately, we only have 3 laps to go, so it's going to be tough for him to make it back. But man, not many cars left. 18 cars. Sam
Yeah,
and
21
Lisby
started.
Yeah. And if you want to come racing with us, let us know. Come join the Carolina Cup Series. Have some fun. Get to hear me talk about you, good or bad. Pay me a little extra. I'll talk good about you. All right. So
We think we'll make it to the end here.
I think we will. I
Okay.
don't think it's going to be yeah. I don't think it's going to be that bad. Maybe one. I don't know, but I think there's a pretty good chance. Better than 50%. Kalhoff is definitely the car to beat. I don't know. Stoltz has been fast, but Stoltz has got his hands full with Sheets, especially Stoltz is going to be starting on the inside behind Kalhoff. No, I'm sorry. Sheets is going to be starting on the inside. Stoltz is going to need to get by Sheets in a hurry, and that's going to be difficult, I think, with Sheets on the inside. All depends on how close he can time this takeoff on this green flag. This is a critical green flag start for Stoltz.
Yep, pace car's off, and Kalhoff rolling into the restart zone here. And he gets a good jump. Stoltz, not the jump he was looking for there. Gets left in the dust by the 63, and Sheets might have a run here. And Corey Mott looks underneath Bellinger. He's going to make the corner underneath the 88 there.
But what happened was the 88 car gave Stoltz a bump, and that was just enough that Sheets could not clear him. And you see the momentum on that outside lane as he goes off into turns 3 and 4, and it looks like he's going to clear him coming off the corner. Stoltz into second spot. This is the end of the race right here.
Yep,
white flag.
White flag. Yep. So this race is official. No caution can stop this race here. Kalhoff off with about 3/10 of a lead here. We'll keep an eye on this battle for P2 between Sheets and Stoltz. Stoltz is going to have a good amount of distance here running into 3 and 4. But back
and
a little
Corey
bit.
Mott.
Corey Mott works his way, and Henry Kalhoff is going to come across the start finish for the win here at Nashville. That's his best.
Stoltz. Yeah.
First win here in the Carolina Cup Series for the 63. So the night that we all have to experience these new cars together, Kalhoff figures it out and comes across the winner tonight. Stoltz with a great finish too, finishing P2. That's his best finish of the series. And Sheets battling back to finish P3. Had a couple run-ins tonight, but able to come back and finish third.
Was he showering sparks? Did something happen to Sheets? Oh, we got some tempers flying. Back up a little bit. Somebody just spun somebody there. A little bit further back than that. I don't know what's there's some tempers after the after the checkered flag.
Mm.
Right? Yeah. Interesting. Henry Kalhoff burning it down. His first win in the series. Hey Ryan. Ryan, clue into him. Tell him he get disqualified. He jumped the start. Go ahead. I wouldn't do that to him. Even I would. Josh Stoltz. This must feel like a win for that 43 car. He's been fourth place forever. Now finally gets second spot. Sheets being consistent as always. Only difference is he didn't win this race. He usually wins it. Behind him, Corey Mott with a great fourth place finish. Ballinger, who helped Stoltz get in front of Sheets with that big bump on the restart, he's going to finish in fifth. And the one car who had to battle his way back, man, he had a great first half, horrible second half, 22 and Nick Vasquez. He ends up finishing second. And Johnson behind him, Johnson was another driver that just got beat up tonight, and he was able to battle it back. But in between Ballinger and Vasquez, that's right, that is Ray Gill. Haven't seen much of him this year. Comes out first time in a while, finishes in second spot. Congratulations to him.
Yep, and we should have the guys gathering up in the podium channel here for their post-race interviews. Let's see. It looks like we have Caleb Sheets in there, who we just spoke with last night. He actually won the race last night at Charlotte. Coming back to finish P3 tonight.
He said he liked this track. It was just nobody knew what the change in the cars was going to be.
Yep.
Remember him saying that last night, so. Ooh.
Let's pull him down. Let's see. Mr. Sheets, you're in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, hey, I got you.
Hey man, so we talked to you last night after your win at Charlotte. Coming out tonight, really unsure about the setups, about the cars. What was your experience out there today? How did the car feel?
Yeah, it was extremely loose early in the race, just trying to survive, and of course got put into the wall a couple times. That's nothing new, but
Still feels bad.
Actually, some of the damage that I got on that last. Some of the damage that I got on that last one, once I got to about a minute left of repairs, it actually made the car a lot more secure. So it actually helped me to be a little more stable there at the end.
How about that?
Yeah. Got a little chaotic there at the end. With the new car, it seemed like we had a new dashboard. Is that correct? How did the changes of the car, the new update, affect you?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is just when you start to get loose, like it was impossible to save. Once you start sliding the car, it's gone. So that was probably the biggest difference. That's going to be difficult to get used to.
Yep. Yeah, we saw a couple guys get loose out of 4 a couple of times if they exited too low. But yeah, definitely in the past, if you have a low exit, sometimes you can kind of drive it out of there, maybe even catch a slide, but it seemed like it was just whipping around on a lot of guys. But good job on the P3 tonight. Yeah, it seemed like you had an up and down race. Yeah, you mentioned that you did get caught up in some wrecks. What happened on the qualifying? We saw you at the back. Well, you didn't even qualify, right?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be chaotic, and I wasn't sure how loose my car was going to be, so I was just going to try to give everybody some space there at the beginning.
Smart. Well, gotcha.
Ooh.
Well, any shout outs you want to give before you head out?
No, just thank you all for broadcasting the race, and yeah, look forward to next week.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Well, you have a good rest every evening. Good job tonight, coming home podium P3, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Talk to you all later.
Yep, see ya. That was Caleb Sheets, driver of the 26 car, coming home P3 after not even qualifying tonight, but patiently working his way up through the field. Had to bounce back from a couple bad wrecks, getting the car fixed, but ultimately able to put the car on the podium tonight. Next up, Josh Stoltz, driver of the 43 car. His best finish of the season. Last best finish was a fourth place finish, but
A number of times.
yeah, on podium tonight. So we'll pull him down into the booth. Mr. Stoltz, you're in the booth. You got us?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey man, so it's our first time talking to you post race. What your last best finish was? Fourth spot?
I've had 2 4th place finishes. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we kind of called it out during the broadcast too. Even yesterday we mentioned it, but I might have jinxed it. But glad to see you come across on podium, finishing P2 tonight. How was the new car? How did it affect your driving? What do you have any opinions of it yet, or are you still trying to figure it out?
I mean, I like it. It's just honestly, this track, in my opinion, isn't a good like gauge of it, just because concrete. There's only 2 real full concrete tracks on the schedule, so it's kind of hard to make a judge on it now, especially because I mean here it's not an easy track to drive. I mean it's hard to pass. You kind of you have to be aggressive on the restarts, which I know that upsets people, but doors open.
Yep.
You'd be kind of stupid to not take it. So
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I will. Real quick, I will say I am sorry to the 88 on that. I think it was like lap 120 where I accidentally hooked him. That was just complete misjudgment. I was not trying to. So, but he can be mad at me all he wants. I'm just gonna move on. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was gonna say like it just seemed like on restarts people were basically trying to make up as many spots as they could because it seemed like once you got single filed out, it was tough to predict what the car was gonna do and how to make passes and stuff. But yeah.
I'd say honestly.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say honestly with this tire, honestly, I feel like I could save a little bit better because I wasn't having any tire problems. I was getting tight a little bit, but at least here you can kind of back up the entry, play with the brakes a little bit. So
yeah, it'll be really interesting to get moving forward. What's the next track that we have?
Next week is Michigan and then Road America.
Okay.
So, two completely different tracks. Tracks I have a great connection to, especially Road America, because I am from that part of the state, or not state, but that part of the country.
Oh, cool.
Which is
Wisconsin. I'm from Wausau, Wisconsin, about 2.5 hours from Elkhart Lake.
Man, I was hoping he had a much better Wisconsin accent than that. I was hoping
I used to. If you've seen the videos of Dave Marcus talking, that's exactly how I used to sound.
Yeah, like I should be making fun of anybody's accent with my butchery of the American language.
Well, great job, Josh, coming home P2 tonight. You've been fast all season. It was just a matter of time before you were in here for the post race. But we expect you to have a win by the end of the season. Keep pushing hard, and we expect to see you come home first place at one point.
Thank you. Hope sometime in the next few races, especially road courses. Like I said, we got Road America, which is one of my favorite tracks in the entire world coming up. We got, if I remember correctly, Chicago. Yeah, Chicago, which I have a love-hate relationship with. I don't like the track, but I tend to run good there. And then hopefully, I know a lot of people don't really care for Sonoma, but at least for our schedule, Sonoma is like a pinned one for me to want to win because that is actually my birthday that day.
Oh, cool! Yeah,
and how old are you gonna be?
I will be 22. I know, Bill, that makes you feel incredibly old. I'm sorry.
Oh
Young
man,
I like Sonoma. Do you know if they refreshed it though? Because I feel like it was starting a little bit.
Don't believe Sonoma was on the refresh list. If I remember correctly, the only road course was Lime Rock. Because trucks are going there, and they needed to add a safer barrier.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. We'll let you go for the evening, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Yep, hopefully.
All right, Josh. You have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
That was Josh Stoltz, driver of the 43. Surprising, that's our first time talking to him post race. I feel like we've been calling his number a lot throughout the races, seeing him up in the front.
He's come so close so many times, and finally broke through. And I think hit the nail right on the head. We are going to see him in victory lane. Uh, and it's probably going to be a track that he says he doesn't do well on, but he did say he loves Road America, which is not an easy track. Now, I'm not sure how many drivers are good on road courses, but that could be to his advantage. However, we have one more driver, a first-time winner, that we need to talk to right now.
Yep, absolutely. Henry Kalhoff, driver of the 63 car, coming home P1 tonight. Let's get him up into the booth here. Mr. Kalhoff, you're in the booth. You got us?
Oh, yes, I do. How's it going, guys?
Good. Congrats on the win. I know you don't run the full schedule. You kind of been coming and going, but obviously this is your first win for the season. How did the car feel? How did the new build feel? Or what were you feeling out there in the car?
Man, I mean, it's just in practice, I was really doubtful. I mean, there were so many things that I wasn't doing right. And then in the race, it just clicked early on. And so to win out here, it's super awesome. And I can't thank Jacob Cool enough for the setup. He built a really good setup. I just had to make a couple of tweaks to the setup, and it was really good. I drove my heart out there, and I mean, to get this win, I mean, it means a lot. For our team, we've been through some struggles recently, so to get this win, it means a lot to us. So
yeah, I saw you had some fresh tires, and Vasquez was really pushing hard to take the lead from you, but what you were to is outside and able to hold him off and drive back up to the front. So that was a key moment towards the end there. For the rest of the race, what did you ever get into any wrecks or anything?
I don't think I did. I mean, I was just hot dogging every corner, zigging and zagging through all the wrecks, and
there you go.
I felt like a bald eagle out there when I took the lead. And we're the Cleese McFarland, so
yep.
Cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you notice? Yeah, I don't know if you were there for Talladega, but I actually went on the track and raced Talladega in the Cletus McFarland paint scheme. I figured if he can go out there and do it, I can do it too. And I don't want to talk about what happened, but his luck was better than mine was.
Well, I mean, I did run Talladega, and I saw you were doing pretty well early on, and I think the engine blew up for you, I think. So, well, I mean, Cleese also had an engine problem, so
yeah, but his wasn't as bad as mine was. I ended up money shifting coming out of the pits. Not used to when I'm in the Cup car with my steering wheel set up. The Cup car, my H pattern isn't recognized, so I have to use the flippers on the steering wheel. And I don't know what I did. Apparently, I hit the downshift and man, went right into the first gear and blew my engine. And man, that was it. And yeah, it was brutal. But let's get back to you, because that's what we want to talk about. You were further back in the pack, and you came flying through the field. And once you got out front, you just started taking off. You set the fastest lap, which was, I think, one of the first cars in the 29s. And then you came back and reset the fastest lap with an unbelievable run of like what was it, 29.8 or something like that?
Yep.
So,
yep.
I don't know how I did. I mean, I was just flying through every corner, and I mean, once you get in a rhythm, it's super easy to just be in the lead, especially with all the clean air. And I think a lot of people noticed the dirty air, and it was just hard to pass. But I mean, on restarts, I would just if I was a pusher, I would just mash the gas down before the leader went. And I mean, a couple times you saw there early in the race, I when I was the car on the inside, not the control car. I mean, I beat Nick to the line both times.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have a knack for that. I don't know how, but as I've said before, I'd rather be lucky than good. So, I'll take it.
Now, I think this.
Are we going to see you
on the screen? Here's what I was talking about. You were actually to the inside. Nick was to your outside. He was really pushing hard to try to take the lead from you after the restart here, but able to clear him there. Were you finding it easier to pass people on the inside or the outside throughout this race?
Oh, definitely the inside. I mean, that was like the only lane you could pass in, and so, I mean, once I got to the inside and the other guy was on the outside, it was easy for me to kind of hold it down, unless the guy was pushing me. gonna be hard to do, but I think everyone did pretty good tonight. The ones I raced against, I know there was some chaos all around, but that's not my problem. They can go to Applebee's or do a wrestling match. I don't know. So who knows? I'm not the one doing it. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys.
we'll keep the peace.
I mean, this was awesome up in the booth to watch. You guys going at it side by side here.
There it was.
But we knew you had fresher tires in the 22 car, and you were probably going to prevail here. But just great job, great strategy throughout the entire race.
Yeah.
Definitely great job also keeping the car clean for as long as you did. A lot of guys kind of pushed the car beyond the limits, and it seemed like you just stayed patient, stayed consistent, and had the speed when you needed it. Any shout outs you want to give before you head out?
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and all my family members, my friends that support our team. We've been through some struggles recently within the team, but I've reassured everyone on the team we're gonna, stand together, united. We're not gonna let anything get in our way, and so a win for us it means a lot to us. So I want to thank you guys too for broadcasting the race.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll try to watch it back later. So
now, where are you from, Henry?
Iowa.
Iowa, yeah.
Yep.
OH. No, that's not OH. Never mind. I'm from New England. What are you listening to me for? Henry, I got to tell you, I am so super excited for you to squeeze out this win tonight. It was great fun to watch. And, we saw that you were back here tonight. We were excited because we haven't seen you for a couple of races. And man, you just worked your way up front, and it was great to watch. And so happy for you. And again, just congratulations, man.
Thanks so much. Yeah, it was really fun out there, and hopefully everyone had a good time watching the race. And I'll be back in Michigan next week, so hopefully we're fast there and in our CB Fabricating Chevrolet. And also, I do want to thank Jacob Quill for the setup. He did a great with it. So yeah, but yeah, thanks for broadcasting the race, and also the admins for hosting the race. And I know it's a little bit of a weird situation with the update, but that's just the way things go sometimes. So it was really fun out there, and thank everyone for supporting our team, and we'll keep fighting on.
All right, man. Well, we're very excited. Hopefully, you'll be more consistent throughout the rest of the season, because whenever you show up, definitely exciting to watch you drive around the track. But you have a good rest of your evening, and hopefully we'll see you next week at Michigan.
Yep, you too. See you later.
All right, see ya. That was Henry Calhoff, driver of the 63 car, coming home winner tonight here at Nashville Super Speedway. But
that's the feel good story of the week right there. Watching Henry Calhoff come up and win that race tonight. Again, we haven't seen him in a couple of races, and here he comes out here. Soft spoken kid, never causes any trouble, just comes out here, drives his heart out. And man, that was a fun race. And I know there was a lot of cautions, but knowing the setups, I'm very impressed with these guys that there wasn't 30 cautions tonight due to the fact everybody was blind coming in. And if you look everywhere, all over the interwebs or YouTube or whatever, look up reviews of the new update, and they get trashed. People hate this update. So difficult track, new setup, new car, everything changed, and Calhoff set some blistering times out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not exactly sure what the schedule is going to be moving forward. I think we're just going to one race a week from here on out.
Yep.
No, there should be next week should be our last doubleheader week.
Oh, okay.
Then go back to one. Then we go to 1 week.
Okay.
1 race a week.
Gotcha. Okay, so next week we'll do Michigan and Road America, right? That's what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Michigan, I'm pretty good at like Michigan and Auto Club. And I actually did think about, jumping back in the Cletus car for Michigan. But yeah, I had a lot of difficulty in practice, and with the new setup, I haven't even tried the new setup yet. And for a driver like me, from what I understand, it is not conducive to my style of driving. So it's going to be difficult. So maybe just Daytona again later on, and Who knows? Maybe I'll just keep it to the super speedways.
Yeah, there you go. Well, thank you everybody for joining the stream tonight. I think we got up to like 22 viewers at one point. So slowly
Nice.
starting to crawl our way back up to the glory days of Crown Jewel Racing. But obviously, great show put on by everybody here. Exciting times, new build, new update for iRacing. So we'll continue to see how these cars behave on all the different racing surfaces. But thank you guys in the booth. Bill, Ryan, thank you so much for joining me in the booth tonight.
Oh.
Looking forward
Anytime.
to next week, Michigan.